session might have got missed.
Aw.
But I don't know. For some people, it's working. I think it streamed twice. Anyway, so let's do a recap of last session. So you guys have spent a fair bit of time in East Haven so far, going around trying to earn a reputation, valor, treasure, power, help out the people of 10 towns. So there was some interesting developments with East Haven in terms of these Duragar aboard the ferry, and also this cauldron that you guys had sold to the town. So you sold the cauldron to East Haven, and you guys are waiting to get those gemstones that you were offered, that you were owed by the town speaker. You made your way to Targos to confront Torgs, and well, you went to Targos to do other things, but you inadvertently confronted Torgs there. You managed to capture Sefik Caltro and turn him to Bryn Shander in custody. It also learned that some hikers have gone missing up near Kelvin's Cairn as well, and their last stop was Caer Konig Frozen Fire Expedition. So you guys have headed back to Bryn Shander, dropped off Sefik, and now you're traversing through the tundra. And there are these iron ingots that are out here that were left by dwarves of Clan Battlehammer. They were accosted by a Yeti, and one of their kin were ripped apart. The rest of them fled, leaving the ingots behind. So I'll just recap the current quests, and then that'll help our other players as well that missed a bit. So this is already been completed now. The Cold-Hearted Killer, Sefik Caltro, he's been captured, and he has been brought to justice. The town captain of the town guard in Bryn Shander, Sheriff Markham Southwell, he's taken Sefik into custody, and Sefik just went willingly, admitted to everything he did, and there was no drama there. This is the quest I was just telling you guys about with the Shield Dwarfs, how they've abandoned their sled loaded with iron ingots, and that's halfway between Bryn Shander and Kelvin's Cairn. You're still looking for a Chwinger. Found a Chwinger, but it didn't take too kindly to having spells flung at it, so the first attempt it escaped. Then there are a bunch of rumours, which are not formal quests, rather they're just rumours about Caer Dinevel, Duggan's Hole, Goodmead, Targos, Tourmaline, and then the foreshadowing, or the foretelling by the White Lady about several events that are happening in Icewind Dale, supposedly. So they're just rumours though. There's nothing formal about them. Some things you may have heard, hearsay and rumours. So Kelgrath and Winston, both of you were off taking care of personal matters when you'd left East Haven. You had some personal affairs to take care of, and that might be pertaining to your secret. It's nothing that you need to share with the other party, or it's particularly relevant to what's going on now. But you had travelled to Bryn Shander to seek out this party, hearing that they were planning to head to Targos. You'd spoken to some people at Bryn Shander, and they said they headed out to try and get these iron ingots. So there was a blizzard that was a-blowing out here on the tundra, and you guys had to wait for there to be a break in the blizzard, and you've just kind of tracked your way through, and you've happened upon the party following basically a straight line from Bryn Shander to Foaming, where this Foaming Monk's quest is, where the dwarves said they left the iron ingots next to this hillock. So that's where we are now, and Winston and Kelgrath, you guys have kind of approached from the southwest, and you've seen a variety of sled dogs. 8 sled dogs, and your allies, Varus, Jiris, Mimi, Ash, up there atop some sled, and the blizzard's just kind of subsided. As you're making your way towards them, it's pitch black. so you'd probably have a light source out, Kelgrath, I would imagine.
Yep. Just go ahead and cast light.
Okay. You're guiding away with the light cantrip. It's late at night. It's like 8-9 p.m. It gets dark much earlier than this. It's absolutely freezing cold. And just for this trek over here, Winston and Kelgrath, you're both going to need to make a Constitution save with advantage because you're in your cold weather clothing, but it's for Oral's extreme cold.
That was for me, so I think I'm good, hopefully.
Yep, you guys both succeed, and you haven't succumbed to any of the ill effects of trudging through the tundra thus far. Now, as the party had come across you, they were kind of turning the sled dogs around. The dogs are barking quite a lot, and the dogs are quite tired. They're kind of trudging along the tundra, and they seem to be moving with great haste. So this is where we are now. You don't know why they seem to be moving in such a flustered manner.
Hello. What seems to be the rush? Do you mind? Sorry for leaving for a little bit. Do you mind if at least I rejoin you guys?
Winston, Kelgrath, where'd you guys come from?
We were just. I just saw Winston on the road. I was like, we're on our way to Bryn Shander to hopefully come back to you a lot after taking care of a couple of things.
You guys would have just left Bryn Shander. You're on your way. You're like out in the middle of nowhere, basically, at the moment. Yeah, you've come to Bryn Shander. You've learned that the party have head out from there, and so you've just tracked after them. And yeah, it's like a straight line from here to where the dwarves' ingots are. So there's no way that you would have missed them by any circumstance.
So the
map.
If I recall correctly, you said that the barbarians were gaining on us because the dogs were tired and slow.
Yeah, they're moving quicker than the dogs are. So for you other guys who have the superior vision, you do see a group of Tiger Tribe barbarians trudging through the tundra, making their way towards you guys with purpose. You're not sure what they want.
Alright, I yell out at Winston and Kelgrath that we have eight barbarians pursuing us in a hostile manner. And the dogs are succumbing to the cold and they're gaining on us.
So, did you say it was Tiger Tribe? Seb, did you say they were? I think you had mentioned they were Tiger Tribe or something.
Yeah, I was explaining that to them, but you don't
Okay.
see that.
Okay, then
You don't see what tribe they're from. You might want to ask Varys what they are.
Okay, yeah. But what business do these tribesmen have with you? And should would you happen to know?
I'll go ahead and explain to you what they look like, but we have no idea. Obviously, what we hunkered down for the blizzard, and then after the blizzard subsided, they kind of appeared out of nowhere and started stalking us.
As you're having this conversation, they've gained ground as you guys have stopped to talk, and they're trudging through the snow quite quickly. Each one is a human, of course. That's the majority of the Reghead barbarians are, and they wear tiger pelts, thick tiger pelts, piled up over their shoulders, and they have tiger skulls covering their faces. It's hard to distinguish one from another. None of them really look like a leader, and they're armed with spears, and they just start to kind of spread out around you guys as they move towards you in groups of 2.
Man.
All right, yeah, I'll jump off my sled and get in like kind of pull out my weapon, get in a little defensive posture.
Yeah. So, seeing as they're Tiger Tribe, like I'm just going to go ahead and ask them why they're here.
They surround you a little bit more. They get in a little bit closer. You pretty much have to yell that out because it's quite windy out here on the tundra. You have to really yell that. And one of them steps forward. 10 towners. You will give us your sled.
Varys just starts laughing to himself a little maniacally.
You think this is a joke? You will give the sleds or you will meet the end of our spear.
Come then! Jurgle, we'll meet you soon. Targus, give us strength!
Okay.
I would like to roll for initiative.
Alright, does anyone else want to try to talk them down, or do you guys just want to attack them?
Winston will try to have a talk, but not hopefully. If we gave you these sleds, it would be the same as meeting the end of your spear. We need these sleds to get back to safety. I'm not as familiar with the cold as you are. Don't leave us much choice but to fight you. Isn't there some other agreement we could come to?
Foolish civilized folk. Do you think we care whether you live or die? By the name of Bornhild Slogtata, you shall meet our blades. You weak, pathetic 10-towners. We are Reghead. We will slaughter you and wear your skins as our own. And yeah, they don't seem to have any empathy for your well-being.
Roll again for disadvantage, right?
If you guys have disadvantage, I think we'll just do a -5 and a +5 because it's a lot quicker and easier.
I have a -5.
Why do we have disadvantage?
I have exhaust.
If you have a level of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Oh, including initiative. It's
Yeah.
an ability check.
Initiative is a dexterity check.
Well, yeah, then, yeah, I think we all have exhaustion, right? Except for Juris. And the new guys.
Now I'm just doing the initiative now. There is, I think, a problem though with the initiative. Oh no, you can go into minuses. Cool. Yeah, this will be a common occurrence with you guys having exhaustion in this campaign. Okay, let me just fix up the turn order as well. Okay. Jairus, you're up first.
I'm going to cast Entangle.
Alright, Entangle is a 20-foot cube. I'll give you a template for it and you can mess around with it and put it wherever you like. There we go. Alright, you cast Entangle and weeds and vines burst up from the snow. They start to wrap around the tribal warriors' arms and legs, and they make strength saves when you cast the spell. The closest one to you managed to slice through the vines, break through the weeds. The other one, however, is grabbed by the arms and legs and becomes restrained.
And I will bonus action and assume starry form, Archer Constellation.
Okay. You see these motes of starlight appear on Juris's shoulders, torso, face, shape of an archer. drawing back on a bowstring.
And I'll fire the bolt at the one that's saved on the entangle.
It's a miss. The starry mote whizzes on by the tribal warrior. The tribal reghead hunter will trudge forward through the snow, and they don't have snowshoes, but they move through the snow with no hindrance. This is their natural environment, born and raised in this tundra, following the migrations of herd. And they're going to come in with their spear at you, Winston. They do a forward lunge, and they poke you with the spear for 2 piercing damage. It just glances you slightly. Mimi.
Mimi is going to just fire a firebolt. Yeah. I'm gonna firebolt this one over here.
Hit. You lob a mote of bright glowing fire across the tundra. Poof, it slams into the tribal warrior. They get scorched and look hurt from that. They're covered with soot and blood. Kelgra.
Okay, Kelgrath is going to move back, maybe 5 steps. Then he is going to go ahead and twin. So -1 spell point, sorcery point. Twin Chaos Bolt on the 2 tribal trappers that are nearby. So first one. On the uninjured one is a crit.
Alright, that just wipes them out. What sort of energy is it going to be?
Let's see, what is 4? Sorry, let me... Force.
Okay, it hits the tribal warrior in the chest with a loud bang. It just rips their chest out. It sends their hide armor flying through the air. Bits of bone and blood and furs are just spread all over the snow.
Okay, cool. And then the other one is it's thunder.
You hear a loud bang and poof, it just puts a massive depression in the snow. It also sends snow flying up into the air, and the thunderous energy just bursts them apart. Bits of them are scattered all over the tundra.
Okay, that is my turn.
Ferris.
Do I notice any apprehension from these guys now, or do they seem like they're still coming at us full speed?
They haven't taken a turn yet, but you know, you're pretty sure they want to kill you guys. They proclaimed it just a moment ago. You wouldn't imagine Reghead barbarians fleeing there. There's no way.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Bless. I'm going to select myself. Winston, you're a melee character, right?
No, Winston is a sorcerer.
Oh, sorry. Ash. And who else would that help a lot? Does anyone else make attack rolls?
Yeah, Jiros.
Alright, I'll do Jiris then. And then I'll move over 1.
Alright, this tribal warrior is going to rush you, Varus, and when they reach you, they lunge forward, spear in hand. The spear is made of bone, tipped with a tiger's fang. And they miss you. They just do a forward thrust straight through the air, an inch away from you. Ash.
Okay. As a bonus action, let's go ahead and rage. And then I'm going to go ahead and move up next to this barbarian and try and hit it with my warhammer. One-handed because of my shield.
You have less.
Yeah, sorry, I put it in damage instead of attack.
But it won't help anyway. They
Right.
step back and the head of your warhammer is absorbed by their armor. The trappers move forward and begin to surround you, Ash, and they have pack tactics that gives them advantage to attack you. As one of them is goading you, the other one takes advantage of an opening and pokes you. They drive the spear into you, hitting you for 3 points of piercing damage. Boy and the sled dogs are just barking, yelping, and just kind of staying put. Just barking furiously. And another trapper runs forward and they have a bit of a grin on their face and they lunge at Varus with their spear with advantage from hack tactics. It's a crit. Who's laughing now? They say. Whoosh, and they drive the spear into you for 11 piercing damage. Winston.
Winston is going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this trapper here closest to him.
Do I need to make a concentration save?
You
I already
made one.
did, huh?
Yeah.
Automatic? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's an API that'll handle that. A lot of time people forget. Alright, you fill the tribal warrior's mind with psychic energy, and Reghead barbarians, they hate magic. It sends them crazy. This one starts screaming and then uses their reaction to run away, provoking an opportunity attack from Varus. They trudge back through the snow.
Yeah. I'm not seeing a spot to put bless on my character sheet. Is that somewhere in like the custom thing?
It's a custom thing. I'll add it for you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just do the regular attack for now.
Yeah, I just added it.
Oh, great.
That hits. Alright, you hear a loud crunch as you slam the warhammer into the tribal warrior's torso, and you must have broken most of their ribs. They're just continuing to run while limping. They start like yelling at you in their nomadic voice, Winston, and one of them's going to just charge up to you. 30 feet of movement, they run and thrust forward with their spear. Speaking in Bothly. Yes. This tribal warrior is going to step up out of the snow, step here and hurl their spear at Varus at advantage. Actually, no. I'll have to do it as a straight roll. They'll actually just attack you instead, Mimi, using their spear. And they miss you.
Flex off pots and pans.
This tribal trapper is not going to worry about the entanglement. Actually, no, they're not going to worry. They'll mess around with the entanglement a little bit, and then they'll just hurl their spear at Winston. It's a straight roll. You've got half cover. They throw it across the tundra, and the spear flies over and sticks you slightly for 4 piercing damage.
Overthrow.
Colgrim is just gonna draw his short sword and by the name of King Bruno, ye savage barbarians, you'll have to gut me before you taken my dogs. And he draws a short sword and he runs forward and he starts attacking the barbarians. He stabs them in the ribs and lunges again, and he cuts through their hides. A couple of quick jabs, and barbarian is bloodied. Jirus.
Jirus gonna hold out his star chart and fire a free guiding bolt at this one.
The guiding bolt whizzes on by, sinking into the snow and dispersing.
And then I will fire my starry form bolt at the one that's running away.
Hit. You snipe them down, and a radiant beam of energy hits them in the back and causes them to sink into the snow.
As I see him sink in the snow, I start laughing maniacally again.
Me.
I'm wiping the blood off of my clothes.
Maybe it's gonna yell out, how dare you say that about my children? And she's gonna shocking grasp the tribal trapper next to her.
As more magic is flung around, the Wreckhead barbarians get even more annoyed, vigorous with their motions. That misses, you end up just discharging the spell into their hide armor. Kelgrath.
Yep, that is me. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shoot this guy with a firebolt.
And the firebolt hits them straight in the chest. They sink into the snow with a trail of grey smoke rising up from their chest.
Alright, move. I'm going to move back here and, like, aw, doggo, and pet the doggo. That's my turn.
There it is.
Alright, Varys is still laughing as the barbarians all around him start sinking into the snow, either on fire or bloodied. And he'll square up with this tribal trapper here. And say, Targus, give us our victory!
Hit. You swing the warhammer and you clip them on the arm.
And then I will use a bonus action for healing word on myself.
Okay. You'll need to click it from the spellcasting section, and you did the description there. Yeah. You already rolled it, so you get 4 healing. It was the same roll, just for future reference. The tribal trapper is going to attack Varys with their spear. They'll do a forward lunge. And the spear is deflected off your shield. Ash.
Okay, let's focus on the one that's attacking Varys with another Warhammer Smash.
This guy's getting the hammer.
Hit. Swing the warhammer around and it crashes into their ribs. Blood starts to pool from their mouth. They are very badly injured. The Wreckhead Nomad despises spellcaster above all else, and they just kind of shoulder barge you, Ash, to get to Varus, and they come in with pack tactics, using their spear. It's a miss. The spear is blocked by your armor. The sled dogs just continue barking. They're all strapped in. They don't run off or anything like that. They're just barking away. Winston.
Winston will cast Firebolt on this trapper here.
Hit. It hits him in the throat and just burns their neck completely. They try to breathe and they just end up choking to the ground on smoke and fire. The tribal warrior will attack you, Jirus. Spear attack. And it misses you. You jump to the side. They swipe through the air. This trapper will attempt to break free.
Can it roll a 9? Because important?
Okay. You got in before I rolled it. And they get a 10 on their check, and they're not getting out. Colgrim's going to take a longbow that he's got slung over his shoulder and start firing longbow shots. Shoots his hunting bow at this tribal warrior. Here's a kiss for you, run! He sinks one arrow into them. He fires again. And he sinks another arrow into the barbarian. They're just looking like a bit of a pincushion at this stage. Jirus.
Jirus draws his scimitar and is going to attack this trapper.
Crit.
Jarrus, you beautiful bastard!
They hold up their spear to block you, but you get underneath their guard and end up doing an upward slash across their neck. They're covered in blood and badly injured.
And then I will use my Starry Form bolt on him.
Hit. They try to hit your hand to the side, being in close quarters combat, but you just get your hand in quickly and shoot that mote straight in their face, and it just pretty much melts their face completely off.
I'll step forward and stand over their corpse, brandishing my weapon at the one in the entangle.
They like growl at you with like a low feline growl. Mimi.
Yeah, Mimi's gonna attempt to fire with that one.
It's a miss. The firebolt just is off by a few inches, disappears into the tundra.
She'll just scold Waldo for not distracting it.
Yes, Waldo is distracting you, Mimi.
Alright. Just firebolt on the last remaining trapper keeper.
There's still 2. That hits, and it glances their shoulder slightly. Ferris.
Anyone getting a look at this kid? He's blessed by all the gods. Starry formed bastard.
Hit. You crunch the warhammer into the barbarian, and they're looking pretty beat up at this stage.
I laugh in his face and spit a little bit.
Ash.
Okay, let's go ahead and try and move towards the remaining barbarian. not sure what's going to happen when I step on.
There's
Ooh.
this one.
Oh, that's right. Oh, well, I moved there anyway, I guess.
Okay, they will attack you. And they miss. You just swing the sword and hit their spear blade to the side.
And then I'm going to try and step into the vines and see what happens.
It's difficult terrain. Slows you down.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to pull a hand axe off of my belt. Yeah. Yeah. Switch it with my warhammer and throw it at the trapper that's stuck next to me or near me.
Hit. The blade of the axe splits through their tiger skull and hits them straight in the middle of their head. They fall backwards and are suspended, almost upright in the entanglement, kind of like a marionette there, just held up without completely falling over. Tribal warrior will just continue attacking Varus with their spear. It hits. They
God damn it!
underneath your shield and poke you in the torso for 8 piercing damage.
Why am I the only one getting hit?
The sled dogs.
Obviously, you need some pots and pans.
Yeah, not pots and pans. It's got to be it. All right, Winston.
For this last remaining tribal warrior, I'll step down to the south and firebolt.
Hit.
This guy here.
The firebolt intercepts and wiping them out. They just get flung through the air a little bit and hit the ground. More smoke issues forth from their corpse.
Alright, Varus takes a knee and starts coughing violently as he tries to gather himself from the multiple blows he took.
Right, 1 minute spells will expire. Bless and tingle. Rage will
Jirus
expire.
runs up to Varus and says, "Can I offer you a good berry in these trying times?"
Ah, yes, yeah, please. Those are the good ones, the good berries.
I give
Best
him
berries.
I give him 10.
Oh, 10? Sweet. I will eat them all in one handful.
Right. It takes you a good minute to eat them all. They're an action to eat, so you have to stomach them slowly.
And I'll cast Healing Word on Winston.
Nom 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 nom. These are a little cold, Jirus.
Colgrim says, good luck running into ye then, Winston and Kelgrath. I know your name. Not because they'd said your name earlier, but I already knew it before then. I've been observing you. Oh, I know things about ye. Everyone has a secret, didn't they? Or two. And
Just to clarify, you don't have to tell him your secrets. He was a little bit misleading with that earlier. I almost spilled one of mine.
I'll just to narrate what the deal is with Colgrim. Is he's an acolyte of Dumathoin, the dwarven god of secrets, and he has this special key of Dumathoin, and it's used to access a secret vault in the Dwarven Valley. And he knows that all of you have a secret, and he's offered the key up, which will be the key to great treasures, to the person who keeps their secret the longest. So last person standing with at least one secret can earn that key from Colgrim. That's what his dealio is. And he also works at the sled house in East Haven, and he's been hired 10 gold pieces per day to take you guys to wherever you want to go.
Oh, so those doggos are not our doggos?
They're hired.
They're rented doggos.
Yeah, we didn't get our payment yet from East Haven because they said it was going to take a couple days to get the diamonds. So we had to rent in the meantime.
There's a sticker on the sled that says budget sled rentals.
It's a good thing we brought extra to get the ingots.
Yeah, we got extra for the ingots, and then Winston and Kelgrath show up.
No, they're just extra.
Colgrim says, we can talk while we're moving. Looks like that blizzard has subsided. Let's not waste any time. We should get a move on wherever we're going. Filthy barbarians. 10 towners unite! And we always have against these hapless bastards.
Well, I'm gonna the two here. I'm gonna search their belongings.
All right, they wear hide armor. It consists of a mangy-looking tiger pelt and several layers of hardened and soft leather, and they have some grisly-looking trinkets, small bones. Could be from a mammal like a tiger, or they could be human bones. And they have spears, which are made from bone as well. Each one has 3 or 4 such spear, and the head of the spear is being fastened with dried leather, and the tan leather strap attached to this leather quiver, which is made out of tiger leather. Yeah. There's nothing of valuable. They don't have any valuables on them. They're raghead barbarians. They don't use gold, and they don't have any backpacks on them. The barbarians in the group know that their tribe camp shouldn't be too far from here. They're not going to travel that far from their camp. So
Tribe camp, as in where there'd be more of them?
Yeah. Yep. So the Rickhead tribes, they're scattered throughout Icewind Dale. They don't stay in one place for long. They the tribe's made up of smaller clans. Each has their own chieftain, and they might set up a camp for a 10-day or 2, and then dismantle it, and then they go back on the move. They stay close to migrating herd of reindeer as they travel across the tundra to hunt them and to follow them for the safest place to live. Yeah, they're the barbarians in the group will know that there will be a hunting party sent for these tribal warriors if they don't get back within an hour or 2. You can expect there to be 50 plus barbarians at the camp. Not just hunters either. Great warriors, chieftain, and actual warriors. These were just trappers, as hunters.
Gotcha.
Okay, then we should probably be on our way before more of these guys show up.
Yeah, I asked Colgrim what the plan is. If his dogs need to go somewhere to rest.
The plan is get the fuck out of here, and then it's up to ye. The dogs, they're tired, but they're strong. You, Kelgrath, jump on, boyo.
Alrighty, let's go. Let's go, Padre.
Yeah, not with me.
Aw.
Jairus, ride with me, buddy. I want the starry boy on my sled. Varys is taking a big liking to him.
Sorry, buddy. I've already bonded with this sled dog. He's my favorite.
All right, I'll jump on there with you then. Kelgrath, go ride that sled. You'll figure it out. It's not a big deal.
Alright.
Varus, do you still have the starry form, or is that over? I don't know how long
I think
that
it's
lasts.
like 1 minute. I don't know, actually.
Yeah, let me check.
Well, if he's not starry form anymore, you don't want to ride with him.
I mean,
Wow! Wow! Wow!
All right.
look.
Wherever you're going, you'll need to move at least from this location. So you're
Okay.
about halfway between Bryn Shander and the foaming mugs. Or the
Yeah,
ingots.
last 10 minutes.
Okay. And the eyes, the twilight eyes from Varus, is it an hour? Or
1
10?
hour, yeah.
Okay, 1 hour. Cool. All right. So where do you guys want to go? Do you want to push forward to get the ingots, or retreat back to Bryn Shander, or perhaps you want to head west towards the Mad Wall and get on the road there? The Dale is your oyster.
With 2 extra people, do we have enough sled dogs and stuff to still get the ingots?
Well, at this rate, you'd probably be better off with people dragging the sleds. Because the
Then I'm
dogs
okay
are
with-
all exhausted with 2 levels of exhaustion. So they're not
I'm
going to
okay
go any
with going
quicker
back.
than you guys.
Oh, they have 2 levels?
Yeah. You guys were in that blizzard for about 6 hours. It was rough.
Right, yeah.
I'm okay with going back to Bryn Shander then.
Yeah, we should probably just go
Yep.
back and rest.
But we guess came from there. Oh well.
Wow, well,
I mean, you could make it.
you clearly missed the blizzard.
You could
Yeah,
probably
that's
make
fine.
it to the ingots in a couple of hours. It's up to you guys. So.
Is the ultimate plan still to go find Garrett at Kelvin's Cairn?
Yeah, and we're just like kind of on the way there, going to check out the ingots thing since it's on the way.
Yeah, I think if it takes a couple hours to get the foaming mugs, and then that means it's probably like 4 hours
Yeah,
to get
the
back to
4-hour
Bryn
round
Shander.
trip.
So we're looking at like 8 hours to go to the foaming mugs and then back to Bryn Shander. And if the dogs fail another saving throw, they're going to start dying real quick because they'll have disadvantage.
Right. Yeah, no, I think we should just give up on it for now and just head back to Bryn
Yeah.
Shander.
Blizzard's no joke.
Yeah, blizzards are tough. Okay, you guys double back to Bryn Shander, and it's a bit of a trek back towards Bryn Shander. You're going to go 1 mile an hour. That's 4 hours. And it is intensely cold along that journey. You guys leave the bodies of the tribal trappers and double back towards Bryn Shander. Trudging through the snow, an hour goes by. Everyone needs to make a constitution save against the extreme cold. Oral's everlasting winter.
Does that include Jiris?
You are... Your secret's out, Jiris. You don't need to make it.
What is his secret?
The snowman.
Oh, he's a snowman? Okay.
He was born during a holiday thing. He got unlucky because we ran into a guy who's got the same ability, and I just asked him how he got it.
Alright, second hour goes by, and you guys need to make another round of con saves. Everyone's doing okay. Everyone has advantage. It's not as cold as it could be. Sled dogs are holding up. Colgrim is looking a little bit worse for wear, but he tries not to show that he's getting quite tired and there's icicles dangling off his beard.
He's He's trying to keep it a secret.
You're a couple of hours away from Bryn Shander, and it's got to be pretty late at night. Your characters are getting fairly tired. A couple more hours to go. Another hour passes. You continue trudging along the sled dogs, foot over foot, and we'll need another round of Constitution saves with advantage for the third hour. You guys seem to be holding up just fine. So are Colgrim and the sled dogs. Alright, must be close to midnight now. 1 hour to go. The final round of con saves with advantage for all. And Winston? Hey there, Winston. There we go. Alright, as you guys approach Bryn Shander, the walled settlement on the hill, there's this a greenish colored hue that starts to wash over you guys. And it makes the snow glow green. You look up in the sky and find the source of it. It's gone dark now, but there's enough moonlight to still see the area. This green aurora borealis, this aurora glow of auroras, it illuminates everything with twilight for a few minutes. And there's some artwork of this over East Haven, actually. I'll show you guys that. And you see this bird flying overhead. It must be about 1,000 feet up. It's quite high in the sky. And it just seems to be flying, its silhouette cast against the green hue of the aurora. And from this distance, this bird, it seems small, of course, but it must be huge to look even this small, like from this distance in comparison. It must be a very, very big bird. You catch a glimpse of it, and then it disappears behind some low cloud cover. You arrive at Bryn Shander. You arrive via the north gate, and gates are closed. They have the walls shut, vertical wooden planks filled in with mortar, closed. You can make out a couple of figures peering down at you through a bit of flickering torchlight that mark the entrance to Bryn Shander. Alright, vision has returned back to normal as well, so Mimi, you've just got dark vision. Ash, you've got dark vision. Jairus,
I'll produce flame as necessary.
choose flame. Okay, so gates are closed. It's quite late at night, midnight.
Is Colgram leading us?
He pulls in, and he's kind of coughing a little bit. Oh, hi. Let us in, you lumps.
His cough is like a yawn, and I start coughing too, in like sympathy.
This female dwarven voice calls out, "Hey, what you doing outside these walls so late at night?" "We've come back, got caught in the blizzard, had to stop, turn back round, let us in." Alright. Settle, you sled dogs. The gates open, and you guys are let into the city, and they close the door behind you guys.
All right, I asked Colgrim what the plan is. Obviously, other than resting, is he going to be? Is him and his dogs going to be ready to go tomorrow, or should we try to secure other means of travel if we want to go tomorrow?
If you're paying coin, then I'm selling me services, lad. I've got a buddy here in Bryn Shander. I'll head to the stables. Perhaps he's got some ale as well. I'll wake that poor bugger up if I have to. I'll take care of these dogs. I'll be staying there at the stables. That's a life for me. Where ye be staying, he says.
We stayed at the Northlook before, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
then.
we're not gonna travel through the town. The inn's just right there. So the Northlook.
You want me to come and grab ya tomorrow?
Yeah, Varys nods his head.
Aye. And he heads off around the town. You guys head down to the Northlook.
Oh, hey, look, it's right there.
Are we gonna need another sled for the ingots,
Very
or
close.
we good on weight?
Colgrim left. We can't ask him till tomorrow.
You would need another sled. He's already gone now, but you feel like he will sort that out with you guys tomorrow. Alright, anyway, it's late and your characters probably want to go to sleep. It's freezing and you feel horrible. Alright, as you head towards the Northlook, there's a disturbing discovery to be had. On the road that leads to the Northlook, there is a felled tree covered in snow, and a bloodied body sits atop it.
Oh no, not Sheriff. What's his name? Sorry, I don't know who he is.
It's the guy we handed off the
Septic
murderer to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around with my my special eyes. Is there any guards or anyone?
Yeah, there is a guard over here atop a tower.
Oh, that female dwarf that was sassy with us.
Yeah, she was sweet on this guy too.
No, let's take a look at it first before we notify the town guard. Varys will approach.
He's on his back, his arms spread out, and fresh, red, dripping blood rolls down the side of the tree stump.
Does he have a dagger of ice sticking through his chest?
Yes. Straight away, you see an icy
Wow.
protruding from his chest.
Mimi did it. She knew how.
Are there any tracks leading away from him in any direction?
Sephic Caltro appears, illuminated briefly by the lamps that adorn the entrance to the Northlook
Oh,
Tavern.
snap.
So we meet again, fellow adventurers. Apologies.
This you're doing? What you
Course
go and
it
murder
is.
the sheriff for?
Yes, it is my doing. Why did I murder the sheriff? Well, he tried to detain me. He tried to stand in between the work of Oral and what must be done.
Why did we keep this guy alive again?
'Cause at the time, he was surrounded by a whole bunch of other people, but he's not
Oh,
surrounded
okay.
by them anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, he came peacefully too when we.
Yeah, we
Ah.
detained him,
Quote,
and he did
unquote,
not try to
arrested
murder
him.
us.
He just steps up
Ah.
to talk to you guys. I killed
Yeah,
him.
I'll make room for him.
I do not conceal what I have done. In fact, let his body stay there as a signal, as a sign for anyone else who attempts to oppose the Frostmaiden and escape her wrath. Thank
I call
you
back out
for
at
leading
Winston
me
and
to the
Kelgrath
ones
get the-
that wished to detain me. For that I thank you.
So...
Yeah, I'm gonna yell out at Kelgrath and Winston, who's back here, to go get the guard.
Alright. We know where the guards are, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a firebolt straight up in the sky, as well as sort of yelling, "Murderer!"
Sefik doesn't
Guard.
He doesn't make any sort of attempt to escape. What, you would have me detained again?
Uh-huh.
Very well then. Call your guards. Alright, you get the attention of Orgrek. And she just calls out to you. What's this about then? You've got a light cantrip on, so she can see you kind of waving around.
Yep.
The light. What do you want?
Your sheriff just got ganked.
What? She comes running over as fast as her little legs can take her. What do you mean? Sheriff! Markham! Ah! She just lets out this horrible wail and she runs over and screams. What has happened? Markham! Call a clinic! Call a clinic! Someone! Do something! She screams out. She's in total distress. Anguish washes over her. She falls to her knees and wails. Stop standing there! Do something!
We did. We called you in.
Where are the other town guards?
Alright, she just wails a little bit and then she stands up. She points at Sefik. You bastard! Was this you? Why, of course it was. He tried to detain me. I am doing the Frostmaiden's work. Let it be known to all in the 10 towns. Those who attempt to escape the raffle will be met with my wrath. And she just screams and draws her warhammer. Die, bastard! Screams and rushes him. He smiles.
Oh, well. Alright.
And she comes in with her warhammer. She's just wearing a chain shield with the heraldry of Bryn Shander on it. It's absolutely freezing out. There's not a soul outside. And whoosh, she smacks him over the face. And this little kind of icy bruise appears on a patch of his face. And he barely flinches. Winston.
Winston will hold up his hand and cast Mind Sliver.
He grabs his temple. Ah! And he shakes his head. Blue glowing eyes narrow slightly as you start to shatter his mind. Ferris.
So he's standing pretty confidently then, huh? I'm going to cast. What's the saving throw on command?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom versus dexterity for fairy fire. All right, I'm going to try to command him to grovel.
Right, you
pay
point
for his sins.
your hand at him and tell him to grovel. He makes a wisdom saving throw. And he shrugs off the magic. I have not sinned. I don't think its D4 is going to help with that. The lowest he could get was a 14. You are the sinners, and I will show you.
Uh-oh. Alright, I'm going to kind of try to surround him a little.
Mimi.
I'm actually lower because I had disadvantage, so I took 5 off. I'm at 7.
Oh, yes. I don't think we did the disadvantage, unless you guys manually adjusted it.
I did
I
mine.
did mine.
Okay. Ferris was supposed to go low, but it's too late now. Alright, Sephic regenerates.
Yeah, I would have went next anyway. It would have been 11 instead of 16.
Okay. Alright, Sephic's face regenerates. The impact from the warhammer that kind of shattered a bit of his face. It heals back up, almost with a snowflake patch of ice on his flesh. A sword of ice materializes in his hand, and he lunges forward at Orgrek. And she brings up her warhammer, and ting! She managed to parry him off. And then he's going to disappear and reappear next to you, Varys, and attack you. Ah! He comes out of his misty step a little bit awry, and he misses you.
Sephic, you forgot to go to sword school.
Mimi.
It's actually Jairus' turn now.
Never seen
Oh,
someone
it's
handle a
gone.
blade so badly.
With the turn order. Alright, Jairus.
I'll bonus action into starry form again and blast him with a starry bolt.
Crat.
Nice.
Alright, you send a mote of light streaking towards him. It just glances his arm. He staggers slightly.
Then I'll use my last free guiding bolt.
That hits him as well, straight in the chest, illuminating him with starlight. The next attack on him has advantage. He staggers a little bit, but he recovers pretty quickly and just stands back up and smiles. Mimi, is it your turn?
Yes. Sorry. Mimi's gonna pat Jairus on like the calf because she's tiny. You're actually quite dangerous. Glad you're on Icewind. And then she's gonna try and firebolt him. We'll see if she imagines it or not.
He steps aside, sweeping his sword along the ground. The firebolt just kills a random cat down the street.
No, not that. How
Do
dare you?
I have advantage for guiding bolt?
Oh yes, he is the cat.
Yes,
The cat didn't die.
Yeah, hooray!
He's hit with a firebolt, and he lets out a bit of a groan. and his flesh actually kind of almost drips like melting ice when that hits him. Ash.
Okay. Let's try and skirt around Sefik and smash into him with the Warhammer.
Hit. You hit him with the Warhammer straight in the chest. He staggers back a little bit, and his icy blue blood is starting to drip out of his injuries. He looks a bit hurt now. Gelgrath.
Okay. Just going to go ahead and move a little bit, and then shoot with a fireball. Pope.
It's a miss. He just dodges out of the way, missing by about an inch.
Okay then. That is my turn.
Orgrak keeps on screaming, "Yeah! Come here, you log! You'll die for what you've done to Markham!" Swings her warhammer and hits him on the arm. You will die for your insolence, he says. Winston.
Winston is going to continue the assault on his mind and cast Mind Sliver again.
Alright, another Mind Sliver and another int save. Ah! Lets out another growl as he grabs his temple. Varys.
Alright. Varys is going to move to the side so that Juris has a good shot at him. I'm going to harvest my divine power.
Clutching a holy symbol, you receive additional divine energy from your deity.
Alright, so I'm going to call on Salune to bless us with a sphere of dim light, and I'm going to grant everyone 1d6 points of temporary hit points plus my cleric level, so 1d6.2.
Okay.
Is that rolled individually for everyone, or is it just I roll it once?
It's alright, so firstly you create a sphere of twilight that emanates from you. It has a 30-foot radius and it's filled with dim light, so let's do that first. Okay, there's the dim light. And it moves with you. It lasts for 1 minute until you're incapacitated or you die. Whenever a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant that creature one of these benefits. So it's a 30-foot radius sphere, so everyone, within 30 feet of you, pretty much. And when they end their turn there, they roll 1d6 plus your cleric level.
Gotcha.
Well, you roll 1d6 plus their cleric level.
Alright, so I'm going to end my turn, so I'm going to roll the 1d6. So that'll be 6 temporary health.
Alright. I guess the sphere would be more like this, really. Right?
Where do I put the temporary health on my character?
There's a segment underneath your hit points called temporary hit points. So underneath your regular hit points.
Got it.
Sefik is going to disappear. He vanishes and reappears next to Mimi. He continues melting like a hot icicle. Ah! He screams at you. The fire stops his regeneration, and longsword attack on Mimi.
I'm gonna shield as a reaction.
You shield. The longsword bounces off as your shield kicks in. He quickly
Big old
then
pot.
a pot cling, and then he quickly runs around behind Kelgrath and does a second attack. And he grabs Kelgrath. This is justice, and he just drives the longsword down to Kelgrath's chest, hitting him for 13 slashing and 10 cold, 23 points of damage. He lets go of Kelgrath as Kelgrath hits the ground. Blood starts seeping out of Kelgrath's body.
Okay.
Did Mimi get like an attack of opportunity there?
No. That requires a reaction. Alright, Kelgrath, you fall unconscious and drop whatever you're holding. Jiris.
I am going to Thorn Whip Suffolk.
Crit. The Thorn Whip springs forward, wraps around his arm, and digs into him deep.
Ah, that's my starry boy!
Pull him back 10 feet.
You drag him 10 feet closer, sliding him across the ground.
And then I'll huck a Starbolt at him.
Dude, another crit. You're on fire tonight. Another golden arrow of radiant energy hits Sefik, and he is severely injured at this stage. He's like melting.
All that cheese hunk I've been eating powered me up.
Yes. Spread the word.
So that was your what, third crit tonight?
Mimi.
Maybe he's going to take a look at Jiris and then concentrate really, really hard and be convinced that she's in a starry form herself, because it seems to be working for him, and toss a firebolt at Suffolk.
And you should get the temporary hit points. Actually, 30-foot radius. I don't think you'd be in that, Jiris. Let me double check. I'll get an actual template. It's a 30-foot radius. It's not every creature within 30 feet. So yeah, that wouldn't reach him. The 30-foot radius.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a template for it. It's a fire one, but that's a 30-foot radius there.
Gotcha.
60-foot diameter. Firebolt is a hit. He screams some more as cold water drips off of his face. This guy is not human.
Is that in the radius?
Yeah.
No, it may turn there.
I'll get a template for that. So Varys, that'll be was it 1d6 plus your cleric level for Mimi?
Yep, 1d6 plus 2.
Okay, you can roll that. You're the one who grants it to them. 3 temporary hit points for Mimi. Ash.
Okay, let's go ahead and try and get up there, skirting around some people. And I'm gonna pull out the trusty hand axe again and try and throw it at Sefik.
Hit. You throw the hand axe, it spins in the air and it hits him straight in the chest. As that happens, he grabs his chest and the icy blue glow from his eyes, it vanishes. And then this like blue glowing icy wind, it spills forth from his mouth. It's like a blue light. And it starts spiraling upwards and disappears into the aurora above. And Sefik looks at you all now, and he just says, "Where am I? How?" And then he's not able to get any more words out. He falls to the ground dead.
Jir's gonna healing word Kilgrath.
Okay. You can get him up
Ah.
before he's at any risk of death.
Ah! That was... Whoa. Wow. Okay. That was not fun. Let's not fight people who can one-shot us again. Then I stand up.
Jairus, is that what's gonna happen to you when you die one day?
Salune, I hope not. Are my
Yeah.
eyes glowing right now?
You ice-touched bastard.
Orgrek is gonna run up, scream, and just start like beating him, even when he's dead. Just turning him into a pulp with a warhammer. Die! 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 Ah! Ah! Ah!
Alright, I'll try to calm her down.
Is the sheriff? Does it look like? Is there any way if we like take him to the temple or anything, or is he beyond all of that?
All right, Varus, make a persuasion check with disadvantage to try and calm her down, and Jirus, make a medicine check to see the state of Sheriff Southwell.
I'll guidance myself.
Okay. All right. You try to calm her, and she just elbows you backwards and keeps on letting out her anger until she just gets too tired, and then she falls to her knees and starts sobbing profusely. Meanwhile, Jirus, you take a look at Sheriff, and yeah, he no longer has a pulse. He was hit straight through his heart with the ice dagger. He's gone.
Now that she's done wailing on him, does Sephic have anything that might be of interest for us?
His longsword has shattered into shards of ice. Actually, the dagger did as well, like tiny little chunks of ice. When he died and that blue spirit left his body, the weapons also shattered. And yeah, he doesn't even have cold weather clothing. He has a suit of fine clothes, which has been damaged from the fight, but other than that, he doesn't have any other worldly possessions on him. Just clothes and his swords.
No pots or ladles.
No pots, no ladles, no backpack. So, that's the same way he came from Torgs. He was just wearing these fine clothes, and he summoned the weapon out of nothing. No coins, no personal belongings, no possessions, no biscuits, no cheese hunk, nothing. And yeah, like his final moments, it's like he didn't know what was going on. He seemed possessed.
That's probably not good.
Do we ever learn anything about him other than he's the Torg bodyguard guy? Had he been with Torgs for a long time? Do we know?
We didn't really ask, I don't think.
Alright, well, maybe Torga Icevein might be able to shed some insight next time we see her.
It's
pretty disturbing.
When she finally calms down after turning Sephic into a pulp, kind of screaming, she
Quick, while she's not looking,
sheriff.
someone search the sheriff for loot.
She goes over to the sheriff and she just says a prayer under her breath, and then eventually she faces you all. Apologies. I didn't know what came over me. I'm never violent like this. Me ma always told me you get farther in life with a kind word than an act. And look at me. It's just the sheriff. I loved him. I hoped to one day marry him. But now that will never happen. You can all move on. Move along. This is now the jurisdiction of the sheriff of Bryn Shander. and she is now referring to herself as a sheriff.
Did she take the sheriff pin off of Southwell and put it on her?
No.
Can we all be deputized?
She asks you guys to move on, to leave. Go on, move along.
I am sorry for your loss, Juris says.
Sheriff Southwell would have been proud of you, getting revenge for him. You fought well, handle hammer well.
Please, just... I want to be alone. Leave me.
There's still no one else coming out?
No, it's like middle of the night. It's and there's not even usually a person on the street during the day, let alone all hours of the morning.
Right. I just didn't know like what the guard situation is here.
She was the guard station nearby. There's a couple of guards atop each guard tower. But she's the only one that's come within the vicinity of earshot what has happened here.
Come on, Kelgrath. We'll leave her to her morning and her duties. And then Southwell's I guess he's in Jurgle's domain too. Well, hopefully it'll be easier on him. Barris seems confused as he walks into the inn.
Okay. You guys head to the north look and it's locked.
Knock.
Yeah, I'll bang on the door.
There is a bell. There's a rope attached to the outside that you can ring. And
Can Mimi reach it?
I might need a boost.
A very angry Scramsax opens up the door. What's going on here?
Scramsax. Listen, gotta get out of this damn cold. Had a hell of a night.
Damn you, my oral's name. It's late. What are you doing waking me up this late? I was sleeping. You want rooms?
Don't you know innkeepers never sleep?
Ah. Fine. I can get you rooms, but it'll cost you extra, and I'm putting it on your tab.
God damn, it's the tab guy.
Get in. All the hearts
Price gouging, sir.
are cold, and it's probably dark in here.
Can I also buy a pot?
We're closed. He goes over behind the bar and he grabs some keys for you guys. He's just lighting his way with a torch as well. He grabs some keys and he just gives you guys keys to your rooms and throws them at you guys. Closes the doors and then he stomps off back to bed. Doesn't really seem too interested in talking to you guys.
Probably sleeps 14 hours a day.
It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so...
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him.
I stick my tongue out and make a rude gesture at the fish.
Alright, you
Bastard
guys...
tried to bite me.
Winston and Calgrath, you guys going in as well? Or staying outside?
I'll be right back.
Hello?
Yep, sorry. Going out. Doop doop.
The doors are locked again.
Oh. Poke, poke, poke. Let us in, please.
Knock, knock, yeah.
Okay,
I'll let him
I'll
in.
just presume you guys was just saying that because you guys were still outside. I don't know if you wanted to be out there. You had some other business to take care of. Alright, so you guys can all go to your rooms and yeah, you guys are quite tired. In fact, I think everyone needs to make a constitution save for overextending yourselves today before bed. Kind of like a forced march. Winston and Mimi, you've overextended yourselves slightly today, and each of you suffer a level of exhaustion. Everyone take a long rest. Give you guys the long rest button. Oh, you already have it.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Take a long rest.
How do I do that?
If you click your token, there'll be a button, a macro that will appear.
Ah, nice.
So you guys can long rest, get back all your resources, prepare new spells and whatnot. And so next morning, you guys are ready, you can head on out to the tap room. That's why we know you're ready. Everyone's exhaustion goes down by 1, so Mimi, you're still stuck with 1. And everyone else should be fully recovered.
Damn, I thought we all had 1.
Gotta eat more hunks, man.
Varys is locked in his room. Let me out!
Right, yeah. When you guys are ready, exit your room or let me know, just so I know that everyone's ready to move on, prepared their spells and whatnot. I'll move you up, Jairus.
In the morning, Mimi wants to try and buy a pot from Scram Sacks.
Jairus, come here, boy. Sit with me.
Alright, Scramsack says, a pot? Like a pot of ale?
Oh, the pot. And she taps the pot on her head.
We don't sell pots here. We sell ale and rooms. This is the Norfolk. We ain't got no
Then
pots.
why did you charge me for this pot last time I stayed here?
I do tend to dabble a little bit. Branch out. You know, new enterprises. I'm all sold out. No more. However, I could probably import one from somewhere. Put it on your tab.
I'll find one in town.
Yeah.
He's gonna go over to Kelgrath and pat him on the leg. There's no pots here, but I'll get you a pot so you don't get hit again. Don't worry.
Okay, you should be able to pick up your diamond reward today as well from East Haven. Alright, what do you guys like to do today?
I believe Colgrim was gonna stop by here, right? In the morning?
Yeah.
So we'll probably just hang out here till the dog sledder comes by.
I'm still stuck in my room.
There we go.
Oversleep, Winston?
What can I say? I wasn't eager to get back out into the cold.
We've got a guy to save.
Mimi, you still look a bit haggard. How you holding up, lady?
Oh, I'll be fine. It's just the blizzard yesterday and then staying out so long. Sometimes my old bones get tired.
Alright, you guys are waiting for about an hour, and Colgrim eventually rocks up. Morning. Or afternoon, should I say.
Afternoon. What time is it?
It's first twilight. Or close to it.
My favorite.
The dwarves, Pruna, Koroks, are anxiously looking at you guys as well, but they don't say anything.
Are they the ones that wanted the ingots?
Yeah, and Danica does approach you guys. Oh, it's you lot. How goes it? Did you find any Twingers?
We found one, but it got away.
Oh, got away? Oh no! What happened?
It ran into a forest.
Oh. Did you chase it?
No.
Oh. Was it shy?
Maybe you look at Jiros.
It fed me
Calgrax.
a berry.
Yeah, Calgat's going to look at you guys as well because he's super curious about the Chewinga.
It gave you a berry? And then what happened?
I ate it and it was delicious. And then I had a snowball in my hand. And then the Chwinga ran away.
I make a deception check to conceal the truth.
And that is what happened.
Yeah, is that not the truth? Am I misremembering that?
Mimi cast a spell at it, that's why it ran away.
I cast a
Oh,
spell on it
that's
as it was running away, though. Because that's what triggered me to cast the spell, is it was running away, so I thought it was going to get away.
Okay, well, you can make a deception check. It's not for lying. I never said the deception check was for lying.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can look up what deception is in the player's handbook. Lying is only one of the things that covers.
I just forgot about the
Concealing
spell.
the truth, being ambiguous with the truth, misdirection. Deception covers a wide range of things that don't include lying. So, Danica says, oh, that's very odd that it would have just run off like that. Did you do something to scare it? Usually they're quite curious creatures. They're very fond of humanoids.
Well, when it was running, I tried to incapacitate it with laughter.
Oh! You cast a spell at it. I don't think it would have liked that very much. I think you may have mistook it for running off. You said it was running towards some trees?
Yes.
They like to live in and amongst trees. It was probably leading you somewhere.
Well, now we know if we see another one.
Yes. See, the Twingers, they like to hang around the outskirts of the 10 towns because they are very interested in creatures like us, with hair and ears and clothes and little interesting things. They sometimes get fixated on something in particular. If one of them had offered you something, it might have wanted to take you somewhere to show you something. Next time, I think you should perhaps cooperate with it a little bit more instead of flinging spells at it.
You seem like you know a fair amount about these creatures. Do you have any advice on how to bring it back here without hurting it?
Well, I was hoping that you'd befriend it. I've heard that if you pique their interest and curiosity, then they've been known to follow people around. Perhaps being kind to it and going with it. Playing along with any games or tricks that it might have. Befriending it in some manner. Well, I'm sure there's plenty more Twingers out there. I'm still here. This bartender, Scramsax, the proprietor, he's very kind. He hasn't charged me a thing yet. He lets me put it all on a tab. It's great.
Is she from Naiveville?
Colgrim just kind of coughs. Are we heading out today?
How you holding up there, Colgrim? How are the dogs?
They're alright. They're rested enough. Where are we heading?
Can I tell Colgrim still looks pretty exhausted?
He's tired. You can tell.
Is there another dog rental service in Bryn Shander?
Possibly.
Should we maybe ask him first to see if he has another set of dogs we can use?
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him. Colgrim, since our party is increased, would you happen to have like another set of dogs so we can carry the stuff back?
He nods. Aye. If that's where we're heading, I can pick up another sled and another couple of dogs.
Yeah, like so sorry. I think I might have not caught it. Did he say the dogs were fine? It was just him that was tired, or?
Yeah, he said the dogs are fine. He doesn't say that he's tired either. He says that he's fine too.
Okay. Well, I mean, that seems to be simple enough. We can just get another set of doggies and go on our way.
So when he talks about himself and his dogs being fine, can I roll an insight check on that?
Sure.
Varys is very worried about how haggard they looked.
Alright. You can tell that Colgrim may be trying to tell you guys a little bit of a white lie. He obviously is a bit tired, but you feel like he doesn't have any ill intent. He honestly believes that him and the dogs are fine. They've had a rest. Only disadvantage on ability checks. With 1 level of exhaustion, it's not that bad.
That's ability checks, not saving throws.
Saving throws.
It's
is
one
3.
level of exhaustion is disadvantage on ability checks. It's 3 levels to have disadvantage on saving throws.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Varys is worried, but he'll accept it. Anyone want to mention over to the dwarves that we're working on the ingots?
No, Mimi's already had a talk with them. She's out to prove them wrong, so.
Winston, it's your turn. We're almost there.
To go talk to the dwarves.
Yeah, they said Seb said they were looking at us anxiously.
I suppose you're interested in our progress on your ingots.
Hi. Did you get them?
There was a rather severe blizzard, and we had to turn back, but don't worry, we'll have them for you soon.
Oh, well, let's praise be to Moradin that they're still out there. Thank ye. I know ye adventurers such as yourselves are busy in these times and in these parts. The fact that ye is going out of your way to help us, help Clan Battlehammer, and help the people of Bryn Shander by supplying top quality ingots speaks 1,000 words about each of you.
Well, I'm glad you're satisfied with our services to date, but we don't have the ingots yet. Don't think it's too much.
Ha ha ha. Too rightly so.
Well, I'll be going. The sooner I leave, the sooner you get what you want.
Aye. Many blessings to ye. Stay safe in the cold.
I'll try my best.
May the many dwarven gods protect you.
Varys does a loud snort when he hears about what he perceives as false gods. Alright, well, Varys is ready to go.
So, Fulgrim says, about the fee. How far are we going today? You guys can take a look at the map to plot your travel today. Remember, that will be 10 gold per day. He says.
Alright, and hey, everyone's here this time, so everyone gets to chip in.
Yeah, sure. How much is it?
It's 10 gold. And, so was there 6 of us?
10 gold per day. So where are you guys headed first? He needs to know if you'll be gone for a day or more.
Well, I think we're gonna try to do the Kelvin's Cairn thing again, right? So basically the exact same thing that we tried to do yesterday. So on the way, we're gonna try to see if we can find the ingots, and then head to Kelvin's Cairn.
Okay.
Unless anyone else wants to do anything different.
You've got Boy with you, and he's one of the sled dogs. And they left Caer Konig. That's the last place anyone would have seen the hikers, but you do have Boy, and Boy can basically take you to the base camp. So you don't have to go to Caer Konig, basically.
Right.
He says, alright then. A jaunt over to Kelvin's Cairn. It's close enough to Caer Konig. That sounds like a day's trek. So it'll be 10 gold pieces.
Looks like so. It's there's 6 of us.
Mm-hmm.
I'll chip in 5 because I didn't chip in the last couple times.
All right. Juris pays 5.
Yeah, then I'll pay the other 5.
Okay.
That way.
Pays the other 5.
I'd also like to buy a couple meat hunks if they're available.
Sure. Scramsax will add them to your tab.
Actually, real quick, you said East Haven would have our diamonds by now. Do you guys want to go pick up our diamonds? Do we need to? Would we want to do anything with that money?
Should we go get the ingots first, just to knock that out? Then we can.
Yeah, we could. Just say if anyone's like really relying on that money for something, it's just an option.
So I think the only reason we're headed up the way we are is because there's somebody to potentially rescue that might die if we leave them up too long, if they're not already dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Varys' thoughts on that are that sounds like they're probably already dead.
Yeah, might as well. If
So-
if that's a pressing issue, then we should go ahead and do that. I mean, have you seen me? Yeah, I have no shirt. I don't need stuff.
Yeah. If there's a chance that they're still alive, I would prefer to head up there sooner rather than later.
Right. Yeah, Kelgrath, you're another you're like another Juris. You and Juris don't know how to put on your shirts.
Yeah, shirts. You know.
Heroes high fives Kelgrath and says,
Yeah.
"No shirt, brothers."
Yep. No, we chest bump. Our
Scram-
naked chest. Listening in
Scramsax says,
the.
hey, if you want to be in need of no shirts, you gotta pay. I'm adding that to the top. Alright, so you guys are gonna head to Kelvin's Cairn today. It's an 8-hour journey. It's kind of just almost at the start of twilight now. Before you guys head out, Scramsax, he says, do you need to clear your bill, or perhaps you want to wait till next time? I'll be happy to
Clear my
hold
bill.
this
No,
tab
we'll-
for
we'll-
a
we'll-
10-day or so.
No, I think we're good. How much is it?
He shows you guys the tab. 16 silver pieces each for the room, plus an extra 6 for Juris for his meat hunts.
Okay.
Everyone deducts 16 silver pieces for the night's stay. And yeah, I think I may have added some loot to some people's character sheets in your absence for other quests. Okay, so that's taken care of. You guys
Alright.
head out. You jump on the sled dogs. Colgrim grabs another 2 and another sled. And there's no additional charge for that. But he says, that's 10 dogs. I can't get any more. This will have to do. You guys jump on the sled dogs and head out, leaving Bryn Shander, heading through the north gate across the frozen tundra. Let's take a 10-minute break now. When we get back, we'll be back outside, back horsing through the tundra. We'll see what the weather has in store for you on this day.
Cool. Thanks.
Hey guys,
Welcome back.
how's everyone doing?
Hey,
Good.
Okay, so are you ready to head out then? To Kelvin's Khan we go. The great claw in the sky. Come on then, Pilgrim says, and he heads out with you guys.
Back.
He heads over to the sleds. He's got an additional one there. As you're exiting, there's a commotion. Get back here! You hear Orgrek screaming. And this female goblin is clutching something in her hands and she's running. Help! Help me! The goblin screams. And the goblin's a bit quicker than Orgrek. Orgrek tries to snatch up the goblin, but the goblin slips out of her grip, jumps up and then slaps her on the nose, and then starts running forward and sees you guys. Help me! Help me! Help! And she pleads with you for help and tries to hide behind you guys while clutching something close to her chest.
Hello, Ogric. What's this one done?
Sheriff Orgrek to you. Caught this. Caught this little rat in town. Get back here, you goblin, no good thieving, stealing, little rat swindling. Me not steal. Me not steal. Me want to come to speak to you. Me have money to offer you. Help me, miss, miss. She tugs at your robes, Mimi.
Maybe it's just gonna step aside.
That's right. Step aside, lass. I know how to handle these goblins. You're a fool to think you could come here and attack the town or steal from us. You should have bought an army, because you're about to meet the blind side of me, Warhammer. Help me, please, please, no, no.
What did this one steal, if I may ask?
Me no steal nothing. Not nothing yet. Let these little rats run around town and they'll be into our food. Already sparse enough as it is. Now come here! And Orgret just cannot catch Isabai for the life of her. The little goblin's tricksy, jumping up and down, running through the hoops of Orgrek's arm, jumping up and slapping Orgrek on the nose. Can't catch me. Please, you help me. You help me, I got the money for you. Me no want to steal. Me come here to talk.
You said she was holding something. Can I get a good look at that when she runs by me?
She's got it wrapped up in a cloth. Small cloth. Something reasonably sized, clutching to her chest. The way she moves with it seems a bit heavy. Catch her, that little goblin. No, no, no! Please! Me have this! And she pulls out this bit of tan leather, kind of rolled up loosely, almost like a scroll, like a piece of vellum. Me got this! Me got this!
And what is this?
Peace! It's a peace treaty! Me come from Kakalok! Me have peace from Chief Yab! Me want to speak to Speaker to Vesishane? Yabnok! Chief Yabnok want to make peace with you people. Look! Me got a treasure for you too! Me Isabai! Me got many treasures! And Isabai unravels the cloth and holds out an iron ingot. You can
I'd like
have,
to.
if you no kill me, please! Get here! Can't catch me! Keeps on just running rings around Orgrek. Orgrek just kind of gives up. Let me just catch me breath for a moment. Oh, this is harder work than I thought. Just sitting up on that tower all this time. I'm going inside to get a warm pint, Orgrek says. I've done
Yeah,
that
we'll talk to this one. I think. We should be fine.
he can be trusted. She goes into the bar.
That was a quick change.
She just
All
there's
right.
no way for her to catch Izubai, so she just gives up.
Yeah, 25-foot move speed.
Great quality of a town guard.
Sheriff, even.
Yeah.
This one you can have it.
I ask Izubai, I put out my hand and say, let me see that ingot.
Oh, you can keep. Just you're not going to kill me. And before Izubai gives it to you, she kind of holds it back. You promise you no hurt me. Me no want to hurt you.
I won't hurt you, miss, lad. Know what you are.
Izubai.
Izubai.
And you, hairy face.
Sure.
Alright, she gives you the ingot. And it's a 2-pound iron ingot. And it's stamped with a foaming mug, which is a symbol of the battle.
Just about to ask. I say, where'd you find this?
Oh, me found many treasures. Maybe, if you're nice, me will give more. Can me buy some food? Me hungry.
Jirus, this is your opportunity, man.
Jirus walks up and says, "Can I offer you a meat hunk in this trying time?"
She just snatches it from you if you allow her. She'll start chewing on it.
I let her. I jerk my hand back, make sure I still have 5 fingers.
You do. She looks starving. She is just ripping into this meat hunk. She devours it in a matter of seconds. Oh, so good.
Just having all 5 fingers, all 10 fingers, one of your favorite things.
Yes, most definitely.
So where did she say her tribe, or what did she say her tribe is?
Me from Kakalok.
Where in the 9 Hells is that?
Me don't think it's in 9 Hells. It's in 1 Icewind Dale. It's in Big Spiky Mountain. That way. And she points in a southwesterly direction. Spiky Mountain. Yes. Chief Yabnok. He very leader.
Very leader?
Yeah, he's very leader. Come on now.
Yes.
Get with
Was-
the program.
Yum, yum, yum. She keeps on just like chewing on the bone at this stage from the meat hunk. He sent me here with this. And you can read it. Yum, yum, yum.
Alright, I'll take it. Read it.
Alright, it's written in Goblin. It's a bunch of words written in Goblin. And
It's hieroglyphics.
make a perception check. It's like just kind of scratches. Alright, it's actually more, it's common with a like a Goblin dialect. You feel like it's a mixture of common and Goblin, or maybe it's common and it's just like illegible. But you might need someone to take a close look at this and decipher this, and that would be an investigation check.
Alright, Varys is not up for this task. You'll hand it off.
You can take it.
Any first person who reaches out their hand, I'll give it to Mimi.
Yeah, it's a document. She likes documents.
As this is happening, Orgrek comes back outside with a pint of ale in her hand. She just kind of leans up against the doorway without leaving the warmth of the tap room. Just observes.
It's an investigation, right?
Yeah, investigation. You're a little bit tired.
Can I guide?
You can guide it, sir.
I do if it's not too late.
Yeah, sure. You're right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're head, so kind of throbbing a little bit today, Mimi. But with a 10, it's enough to get the basic gist of things. One Chief Yarbnock has addressed this letter to the speaker, Duvessa Shane. And Yarbnock would like Shane to send some delegates to Karkalok to conduct treaty negotiations.
I'll translate all that for everybody.
Orgrex spits out her ale.
What? Treaty negotiations? I'll tell you a treaty negotiation. Where's your little goblin clan? Can you point on a map, you little green midget? Yes! Me like midget. Tasty. Kakolok.
He eats midgets? What?
Kakolok.
That was a-
Why do I feel like Seb in every one of his games has a goblin that eats babies?
It's just
your
a
signature
reoccurring
move.
theme.
Hey, I didn't specify baby yet. Okay. Give me a break.
Mimi is very offended that they eat midgets, just by the way.
Alright, Karkalok.
Here is a spiky mountain Kakolok. Great.
Orgrex says,
300 gold pieces to bring that chief son of a bitch's head to me.
immediately. Orgrex makes a counter offer.
I don't believe a word that this says. It's a trap to try and get information or capture us. You bring me the head of that chieftain, and as the newly appointed sheriff, I guarantee ye 300 gold pieces.
All
Wow.
due respect, Ogrek, but this seems like something we should take to the speaker first.
I do agree, and I don't know that goblins are smart enough to make a plan to infiltrate and research first.
Yeah, I agree with Jiris and Mimi. Also, are goblins a normal thing that you guys have to deal with?
Oh yes, many times hordes of goblins have been attacking the 10 towns. I remember back when I was a wee lass about 150 years ago, there was a big raid of goblins on Targos town. Killed every last one of these suckers. Anyway, you're right. I've made me offer, and this is not really my duty. I'm here to uphold the law, and I've got some other business to do.
And she just takes her mug and walks off. Scramsack yells out,
I'm putting that mug on your tab, Orgrak! Yeah.
she walks over and just climbs back on that tower that she was standing at the whole time. Like nothing has changed.
Was the speaker still in this tavern?
Yeah, she is actually. She's been listening
right
to
by
this
her.
conversation, and Speaker Duvessa Shane, she's very nice. Come in, little one, all of you. Come in out of the cold before you catch your death.
He's gonna charge us to walk in his bar.
Yeah, she is super nice.
To be able to take my shirt off again.
I already have my shirt off.
Oh, you're very nice, lady.
Now, what exactly is going on here? You can just give her the lowdown. She's already been kind of eavesdropping, and she thanks the goblin and hands back the treaty. What's wrong, little one? What is the matter?
The Chief Yabnock, he very smart and magic. And he told me to come and give this to you. And me was going, and me got lost. But then me found, and me have a hawk. And me throw the hawk away. And it going to go tell Yorp that we coming back. And me send the other goblins back. And, yeah, me hungry.
It appears this little goblin is an imbecile. So, the adventurers that have been helping people around 10 Towns. Yes, I've heard word that you liberated East Haven by discovering a magic cauldron that can feed the masses. Even large towns such as East Haven, they may be surrounded by walls or rivers. They may be closed in, yet they are separate. Even the towns within themselves are turning against each other. You have ensured that East Haven remains united and strong. Word does travel fast in these parts. You seem like likely candidates that could make such a perilous journey. I know you have your own business. I've heard that you're looking for missing hikers as well at Kelvin's Scan. Of course, your quest should take priority. However, I believe that you would be the right ones for this job. To travel to Karkalok as delegates on behalf of Bryn Shander and see through these peace negotiations. If we can get goblins on our side, well, that's one less enemy for us and one more ally. 2 birds with 1 bloodhawk. I know, wait, whatever the saying is.
Me so hawk?
Yes, that.
Alright, Varys still has that ingot in his hand, and he asks the goblin again, "Where did your clan find this? This is the stamp of Clan Battlehammer." And I kind of say that a little loud towards the dwarves over here.
Pruna peeks his head up. Meanwhile, Korax is like looking out the window for white dragons, thinking one's going to burst in at any second.
Oh yeah, I forgot that guy's got that guy's got the PTSD.
Yeah, he's very paranoid. So Isabai says,
Wait, what you say? Show me.
she says, and she wants to look at the ingot again.
I'll hold it out, but I won't let her grab it.
She takes a piece of chalk and attempts to like swipe the ingot with the chalk to like draw something on it. Make a dexterity check, Ferris, to see if you're quicker than her.
Oh no.
And I clicked it, or at least I thought I did. She managed to get to the ingot quite quickly, and she just scratches like something on it, a little I and a Z.
No, this ingot, you're wrong. It belonged to Clan Izubai.
Alright, Varys appreciates the goblin's mirth, but he he reiterates, "No, this is clearly stamped with Clan Battlehammer."
Okay. When me was lost, me found big pile of this one. But finders keepers, me take it.
Where'd you get lost at?
She scratches her head.
Me no know. Me was lost.
That's fair. Come on, you walked into that one.
Was it northeast of Bryn Shander out in the tundra, or was it between here and your, where you come from?
What's the northeast?
God damn it.
And me was in the tundra. And me could see big mountain. It looked like claw. And then me found this circle town. And me come into the circle town. But me already send me polar bears off with the ingot. They gone.
Oh shit.
You had polar bears?
Yes. He's a animal lover. Me love animal. To care, to eat. Me love all thing about animal.
Okay.
To kill and eat.
I mean, sure.
I say, was this ingots with a bunch of others in a broken sled?
Oh yes. Thousands of them. You can have some more.
Thousands, huh? You
Oh.
can't count, can you?
No. No.
Yeah. I think that's of not being able to count, yes.
That's a no on the counting. Thousands. Alright, I'm gonna walk the ingot over to the dwarves. And be like, does this look familiar?
Dragon.
Korax says. Settle down, Korax. Let me take a look at that. Aye, that's me ingots. That foaming mug, that be the symbol of the Battlehammer clan. You found him? Where are
Not
they?
exactly. Looks like some damn goblins found them first, so we'll have to get them back from them now.
Ah, goblins. Aye, hope you're good with a weapon, lad. Ye should band together, bear arms, and cut your way through them little slippery bastards.
Who's good at negotiations? Maybe we could get some more money out of them.
Not I.
All right. Well, I just wanted to give him an update, and I'll give him the ingot. I'll say, here's your rightful property.
Ah, thank you, friend. But, I'm not joking. Do you plan to muster a small army and to besiege this goblin fortress?
Not exactly, but we will be heading there sometime to apparently try to negotiate a peace deal.
Oh, how long you going to be? You're not going to be more than 3 or 4 months, are you?
Probably not.
Oh, I was dreading have
4
to come
months.
back to me clan folk. Quite honest, I like it here in Bryn Shander. I don't have to deal with me wife. But she'll get suspicious after a few months, wondering where I am. Been together for 487 years we have.
Well, happy anniversary?
I was just a young lad of 150 when we met.
So many things I could say.
What I'm saying, lad, is you have time.
All right,
Whatever
not
the
out of-
means, I trust ye are our best chance to get them ingots back.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
All right. Well, we'll figure something out.
See,
Won't
me
be
have
anytime soon.
monies. This was a seal. Me kill it and me turn it into a coin pouch.
So she really loves seals.
This bone,
And she has like a bone whistle.
this one was hawk. It died. Let me get another hawk and use this whistle to blow, and hawk come to me. Can I have a blanket? Echo.
I mean, there's a fire over there, though I don't suggest you leave this little friendly group. I don't know how the rest of them are gonna react to you.
Oh, fish!
Yeah, don't touch that.
Yeah, don't touch the fish.
She runs up and she touches the fish.
Oh my god, oh no!
It snaps, bites her on the hand. She grabs her hand and starts running around with blood pouring out of her hand.
Ah, bite me!
Hey! No getting your hand bit by the fish, you gotta pay!
Me don't like this place.
Yeah, we tried to tell you.
Yeah, we did tell you.
Yeah. So, Speaker, with everything that's just transpired, and I guess they have some ingots that doesn't sound like they belong to them, is the peace treaty still on the table?
I don't think the goblins did this with ill intent. It looks like an opportunity presented itself to the little goblin, and the goblins took it. However, little goblin, if you are truly interested in a peace treaty, then you would surrender the ingots to us as a show of good faith, correct? Izabai looks around.
Huh? Yes! What she said? What's that?
And then points up to the ceiling. That's called a roof.
Oh! Roof! You fancy!
I say, Izobai, would you be able to lead us back to your home if we needed you to?
Yes. Me know me way home. Me hawk show me.
Speaker, perhaps you could find accommodations for this little fellow until we return and can travel to the goblin outpost. For now, we have other pressing matters to attend to.
I think that is fair. The goblin has travelled far, and as a show of good faith on our behalf, I shall shelter this thing.
This one my polar bear bit my ear off, and me bite its ear off.
Okay, Izabai. Let's get you a room. And Speaker Shane's gonna get a room for Izabai.
Great. As soon as they're preoccupied, I get the fuck out.
Alright, you see Colgrim still just rubbing his hands together. Are we ready then? Let's head out.
Yep.
Alright, Varys eagerly waits to see which sled Juris rides.
I carve off a little piece of meat hunk and give it to boy.
Boy is elated to see you. Jumps up and down and takes the meat hunk and starts licking you. Make a strength saving throw, Juris. Boy almost topples you to the ground, but you just kind of pick this massive dog up, which is about your size. You can barely hold it, but you do. Kelgrath! Winston! Hurry up! It's feckin' cold out here. I'm gonna catch my chill.
Juris, you reckon you're gonna be turning into a star boy again soon? I do like that.
I do what the stars tell me.
Not this sled, Winston. Kelgrath, we're gonna leave without ya. He pulls the sleds up to the entrance.
Yep. Fine,
Put on a
fine.
shirt.
Boop. Yep. It takes a while to put on a shirt.
Not on my sled, that's where me stuff is.
Alright.
Alright, rally ho! Triggly hee ho, triggly dee da, he says. You guys head off.
Juris, you got any more of them berries?
Nah, sorry. All out.
I need those later.
Okay, so the plan's still the same. You're going from Bryn Shander straight to Kelvin's Can, and you do about 3 miles an hour with these sled dogs. So you're gonna get there in 5 hours. This many sled dogs and the weight distributed, you can do it in about 3 miles an hour. So
Sorry, Seb. I was under the impression that we wanted to try and stop by the ingots first, or has that changed?
it's straight line. You're
Well-
going to be going by there where they were if you wanted to do some investigation there.
Definitely.
Yeah,
They might not have gotten them all.
it's literally a straight shot anyway. So the east side of Kelvin's Can is where Boy's going to lead you guys to. So if you take a look at that map, you go straight through the location where the dwarf said. Okay, so you guys travel across the tundra. It's freezing, and you've got some twilight. It's about midday. You've been traveling for a couple of hours, and it's not as cold today. You guys don't need any constitution saves for the 2 hours of travel. You've got twilight out as well, which is nice. And he's trekking across the tundra. As you're traveling, you're quite close to the location where the ingot should be. Let me just grab your tokens from the other map. And there's a snow-covered ridge. You crest the snow-covered ridge, and the sled dogs have to slow down a little bit, and you guys make a grisly discovery. A frozen, dismembered corpse. It's in a gully in front of you. Oh, Colgrim says, and he slows the sled dogs down. You've got twilight, so everything's dimly illuminated. So there's some snow covering some of the gory bits, but the headless torso and severed limbs are visible. You can see some faint tracks in the snow all around the corpse. Telltale grooves in the snow left behind by a sled that has been hauled away.
Can I tell what the tracks are? Are they animal, human, humanoid, whatever?
You would have to go up and inspect them closely, like standing next to them basically. And if you do that, you can make a survival check.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll produce flame for light and guidance myself too, if that's alright.
Sure. There's all these like gory bits here. Someone's done a number on this poor person. And you go up and inspect the tracks kind of over here, Jerris. And you're not really sure how long ago these tracks are, how fresh they are. But you can tell that they belong to a half a dozen small humanoids wearing snowshoes, and 2 large pawed animals, most likely polar bears.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down and take a look at some stuff too. I'm gonna search around for any clues.
Yeah, I'd like to also see if I can make out from the body if it's weapons, claws, fangs, that kind of stuff that killed it.
Make a medicine check to inspect these grisly remains. And yeah, there's tracks in the body, and that's pretty much it.
I'll guidance myself again
too. Like clues and whatnot. You could make an investigation check though, just to see if you can make some sense of the situation. Alright, Jerris. The corpse is frozen. They've been out here for several days. And it looks like someone's like dug up some of these parts from the snow. Could be animals. And there are several pieces missing. They've been dismembered and decapitated. This has got to be Ubok the dwarf. It looks like he's been killed. His arms have been eaten at. Most of his internal organs are gone. The head is missing. This has got to be that dwarf that got ripped apart by the Yeti.
I'll relay everything I just saw to everybody else.
So this is where they were attacked.
Did the dwarves express any interest at all in retrieving their friend's corpse?
Oh.
No, they're just the ingots.
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't expect that, no.
Well, we have an extra sled for ingots. We might want to just use it for a body.
Yeah, a body would be a stretch. Little pieces scattered along the ground.
Oh,
would be more
gotcha.
accurate.
You just scoop up little pieces of skull in the back of the car. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. My main thought was it'd be nice to at least retrieve their friend, but we probably need like some type of sheet or something to wrap it all in.
Yeah, I don't want to get it mixed up with my meat hunk.
Yeah, judging from the state of this guy, they probably, you feel like there's also would be surprised there's even anything left. But you can
All right, well,
say a prayer and whatnot.
Yeah, Varys will say some prayers. He'll mutter some curses at Auril and some.
There's a hand.
Some good stuff
there's
too.
an intact hand you could take, and an Ubok hand to your inventory.
No, I'm good on that.
Okay, well, if anyone wants that, it's there for the taking. Colgrim says some prayers as well to Moradin. Moradin, he who created us, has put us on this world and can easily unmake us. Blessed ye, may Dumathoin allow ye to rest under this mountain. Colgrim will just cover the body up with some snow. He'll pay some respects to his kin. So that's done, and now it's time to move on. Obviously, the ingots are gone. That you're not sure how long this it was when this goblin was here, but as far as you're aware, they're long gone now.
Yep.
You have to move forward in groups of 2 because you can only fit that many sled dogs through this little gully. And we're going to roll for initiative. You guys can just roll. Roll with your character sheets and roll with disadvantage. Me.
Did you want -5 or you want me to roll twice?
I just rolled twice. Statistically, the 5 is the same thing, but if we're doing it like this, may as well just roll with disadvantage.
Oh, I didn't have my token selected. I'll fix it.
Oops,
I rolled the same thing.
The only difference with the +5 is it's quantitative, but it really is barely.
I'm not getting to show up on the turn tracker.
Let me sort that out. All right, Kelgrath, I accidentally took you out. So
There it
you're on
goes.
16. You're actually on 22.
I'm on.
Okay.
And Dogs and Colgrim are just going to take the same initiative count. Mimi, you are on 17. Damn, that disadvantage really sucks. Alright, let's actually find out what you're fighting. It's a Yeti. It's been curled up on this rock the entire time. And they are camouflaged with the snow. This is their stealth roll for surprise. And it does have advantage on this roll. 17. So if your passive perception is 17 or higher, you will not be surprised. But pretty sure that is everyone.
Yeah, mine's 15. I mean, I did say earlier I jumped down and looked around. I don't know if I would have looked up on top of a rock.
Oh, it's camouflaged. You wouldn't have seen it. And yeah, I did say to make an investigation, but I don't think you ended up rolling it. You might have missed that.
Oh, I didn't know you were talking to me.
Okay. Alright, so anyway, it's a surprise roll. So, Varys, you're surprised. Tiris, you're surprised. Ash, you're surprised. Winston, you're surprised. Mimi, you're surprised.
The Yeti surprised?
The Yeti is going to, when it's sitting here curled up, it literally just looks like a lump of snow on this rock, and then it rises up, and you can see its piercing blue eyes, its horns, its claws, and even then, it's still barely perceptible, especially considering the dim light. And it's quite terrifying. Here's some artwork for the Yeti stalking someone. in the ice. You can barely see it. It's not a blizzard now, though. And it makes some Chewbacca noises.
Seen anything?
And it runs away.
What did it say though?
It said, "Rah! Rah!" Alright, did anyone want to pursue it? It's running pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna kill more people, so I'll call out to Colgrim to chase it with the dogs.
Colgrim refuses. I am not chasing that thing down. I've heard what it can do. Look what it can do. It'll rip the dogs apart. Let it run off. It's not worth our lives, friend.
Seb, real quick, just to clarify, was it just literally yelling, or was it
Yeah,
actually speaking its language?
It wasn't speaking. It was
Okay.
just roar, just howling. And then for some reason it doesn't attack you guys. And yeah, before anyone can do anything, it's already 160 feet away. I guess. Actually, no. It's going to be 80 feet away. If you wanted to pursue it, Verison, we'll stay in initiative. But Colgrim refuses to chase it down the sled dogs.
I mean, if he's gonna refuse, there's nothing I can do then.
Yeah.
Okay.
There may be more out there. Caution is best, I think, too.
You could, like, I don't know, hit it with range attacks or chase after or something, but it disappears. And you don't see it again. And Colgrim just shakes his head. Blessed be on this day. I don't understand. What caused it to run off?
Maybe it saw Jiris was a snow touched. Figured it was one of his own.
Aye, perhaps that was the case. Perhaps.
Can I look up in the sky?
You don't see anything. It's just an icy grey sky above.
No big scary birds.
No big scary birds. Well, let's thank our lucky stars. And then he goes over and pats Jerris on the shoulder. And let's head on. You guys head on. So, as far as you're aware, those ingots are all over at Karkalok or en route to there. Probably not there because it's about 35 miles. That's a good couple of days' journey. Anyway, you guys continue on, circumnavigating around the Dwarven Valley, where non-dwarves such as yourselves probably wouldn't be allowed to enter during this time. The next leg of the journey is 12 miles. It takes you guys 4 hours, and weather increases in intensity. It gets quite cold, and every couple of hours you guys need to make the Constitution save for the extreme cold. So everyone can roll me 2 Constitution saves with advantage.
My dice are broke. I keep rolling the same number twice in a row.
Wow. Sled dogs are fine. Colgrim is fine. You guys are fine. It's a bit chilly, and that's about it. Alright, the twilight is long since gone now. It's kind of late afternoon. And as you're traveling, you've seen it in the distance. for a little while now. It's a major landmark. It's Kelvin's Cairn. It's called that because it kind of looks like a cairn. It's a giant monolithic chunk of rock jutting up out of the ground, kind of almost like an oval base shape. And Boy is leading you guys. Ruff, 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 ruff. He's barking. And he's leading all the other dogs. So you're approaching. Does anyone want to do anything as you're just approaching this vast mountain? It's getting bigger and bigger as you guys are getting closer and closer. Any preparations that you want to make?
Mimi will cast Mage Armor on herself.
Okay. Alright, Mage Armor goes on. Alright, so you're finding that the terrain is quite hilly now. There's some bumps, ups and downs, and the dogs are still just joyful. And you're pretty much just about straight up the mountain by this stage. So, finally, you arrive at the base camp. And Boy is barking a little bit and basically leads you guys straight to the base camp with no hesitation. So Colgrim's going to pull up and let me just fix something up for you guys. I'll show you guys the map of Kelvin's Cairn. Okay, so cool. Alright, it's pitch black, but I'll just show you guys the entire map anyway, because it's more of an isometric kind of theory of the mind encounter. Kelvin's Cairn. See this kind of almost claw-like spire at the peak of the mountain, and this is where Boy leads you guys to. Ruff, 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 ruff. And guess what? There are 5 other sled dogs here at the base camp. So,
Oh, more doggy. Hello.
at the base camp, you see 2 tents pitched in the snow near an icy outcropping that acts as a natural windbreaker. Between the tents is an overturned sled, and still harnessed to the sled are 5 howling dogs. Boy comes over, ruff, 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 starts barking, and they're like overjoyed. They're jumping up and down, skipping, wagging their tails, but still they're cold, hungry, and miserable, but still friendly. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Boy starts barking at you, Jerris. Ruff, 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 ruff. Ruff, ruff.
I'll cut my meat hunk into 5 equal slices and give a piece to each.
They snap that up. And they try to like kind of lunge forward, but their leather straps, their harnesses, keep them stuck to the sled. Now, among the shelter, there are 2 small crates.
I yell for Colgrim. Say, do you recognize any of these dogs, Colgrim?
Colgrim shakes his head. I didn't think so. Not from me, David, not from Bryn Shander. Are they inbred? They might be from Caer Konig. They do look similar.
I look to see if any of them have, like, misshapen heads or anything.
Make a animal handling check, Jerris. Alright.
Oh.
The dogs seem to actually be in pretty good health. Yeah, you feel like they must have got some food And you do notice with the two small crates, one of them is empty. It looks like the dogs broke into it and ate the provisions that were contained within. The other one, it's not within the dog's reach. However, you can see claw marks. Like the dogs have been going crazy here, and it's a miracle that they're still alive. Each does have 2 levels of exhaustion, but you feel like if you get them free, like they would be able to seek shelter of their own accord, or you could give them a home. You could take them with Colgrim.
Is the sled they're attached to still in working condition?
The sled is trapped under a rock. It's being crushed. And it's keeping the dogs trapped. You look up and it's pitch black, so you can't actually see too much above. And I'm going to turn off the lights now as well. I just wanted you guys to have a visual of this mountain.
What do you guys want to do? I can talk to him if you want to give me 10 minutes.
Sure. I mean, do we have any other leads aside from these dogs?
Ruff, 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 ruff. Boy starts like running up the side of the mountain. Ruff, ruff. Turns around.
I don't think these dogs are going to tell us anything that Boy hasn't told us.
I want to see what they have to say about how Boy tore loose from the thing.
It's not a bad idea.
What's in that crate? And I point at the crate.
The dogs try to get to the crate. Ruff, 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 ruff.
I'll go look and see what's in it.
There's more provisions. You open it up. It's got 4 days worth of rations for 3 people. So, sorry, 3 days worth of rations for 4 people. So the same amount, but different. Yeah, enough to survive 4 people for 3 days.
What do you guys think? Should we just let them go?
I mean, these are owned by someone. Colgrim should be able to take them for now, right, Colgrim?
Grab
them to one of our sleds?
They'll be fine. Just cut them free. They'll know where to go.
Anybody opposed to that?
I mean, seems like the sled, they aren't exactly going to be pulling anything, anymore. So.
If they're from Kerkonig, it's a short stroll for them. They'll make their way back. It's the safest place for them. Dogs are not going up that mountain, that's for sure. And I don't want the burden of having to take care of more of them. There's already so many doggos for one man to handle.
Boy made it back okay. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Cut them loose, Jairus.
I'll turn that crate over or whatever, dump everything in it out, and then cut them loose.
All right, you cut them loose, and they start barking. They start running around, and one of them goes over and grabs a mouthful of those rations. They bark over at Boy. Boy barks back to them. Does like a little twisty turn with its tail wagging, and then the 5 sled dogs they end up running off pretty quickly, and they bolt away towards the southeast.
All right, looks like Boy wants us to follow him.
Alright, I'll move towards the front. Ash, you're with me.
Colgrim says,
Yep.
I'll wait here for you then, look after the dogs. If I didn't see you back by the morrow, then I'll be saying prayers for ye.
Just try not to get your sleds crushed by a giant rock.
He moves all the dogs back a little bit from the side of the mountain.
I'll make sure to put my snowshoes on before we start going up the mountain.
Is that I thought that's a given if we're on like a certain terrain. Is that what you were saying before? Like we would all have our snowshoes on.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're trudging in snow, presuming that you default to snowshoes. And if you're in ice, then you have ice shoes. Okay. So, you guys
All right,
follow
we'll
Boy.
follow.
He just, yeah. He moves up. Alright, you start this ascent, and it's hard work climbing this mountain. It's steep. You're climbing. There is somewhat of a trail, and Boy seems to be following a trail. Right, you've,
I forgot, weren't we supposed to get climbing gear?
We
Or
did.
did we get some?
If you come to a
don't-
sheer cliff face, you'll need to pull out the climbing gear. At the moment, you're able to just march up the mountain.
Oh, right, we got it from Torgs, didn't we?
Yep.
Rough. Alright, you've been just climbing this. You're not climbing the entire mountain, hopefully, because that's going to take a full day. Hopefully, you're only going to be going a few hours or so. So you head up, and you've been trudging up this mountain for an hour now, climbing up through some narrow paths, no paths, snow-packed valleys, abutted by sheer cliff faces. And keep in mind, you're all doing this pretty much in the dark. Boy is quite cautious and is leading the way. And
can I keep an eye out for any tracks?
you can stop and spend 1 minute looking for tracks. It's a survival check. Is anyone proficient in survival?
Yeah, I am.
Oh,
Yeah,
you can tell straight away that if you're trying to look for the tracks of those adventurers, you're going to have no chance. The wind would have obliterated the tracks days ago.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
you
So
can look
no
for
fresh tracks.
Yeah, well, you can look for fresh tracks, but it would be physically impossible to find the tracks made by Garrett's expedition.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
But you might be able to see what type of creatures may be using this trail, if any.
Yeah, I mean, an hour in, I'll take a good look around.
I got an AFK for like 60 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay. There's no tracks. Actually, there is some tracks. It's of some sort of quadruped with little paws, cute little tail. It's Boy. It winks and smiles at you. But then,
Hello.
as you guys are trekking up the mountain, you guys can move up a
Pretty
little
much
bit
what
more.
my husky looks like.
You can move up to this good boy. As you think you're safe up here on the mountain, things change dramatically up here in Kelvin's Cairn. The howling wind, blowing snow, and slippery ice makes this climb treacherous. Ahead of you, you see them. 4 of them. Mountain goat. They're pretty much defying gravity. They are on such a sheer surface that you don't even know how they can stand like this. They're perched on this large rock, and you guys must navigate.
Back. Sorry about that.
You guys must navigate around the mountain goats. Very woolly, pristine fur, and they're found throughout the spine of the world, the slopes of Kelvin's Cairn. Very thick fur, layers of body fat, protects them from the extreme cold. Expert climbers. They like to jump around as well from side to side. Have to go through these goats. They bleat loudly as you approach.
Can you talk to these guys?
Yeah, I can. I just need 10 minutes to prepare.
They go.
We can take a 10-minute break while Jiris summons up the courage to talk to the goats.
Alright, you guys can take a 10-minute breather, catch your breath back. It's tough work climbing this mountain. And Jerish, you do a ritual for speak with animals. As you're doing the magic, the goat's words come into your mind. Meat hunk, meat hunk, meat hunk.
Man,
Meat hunk.
Holy shit! I need to start carrying that shit. Apparently.
I say, I'm all out of meat hunk. Can I offer you a nice cheese chunk in this trying time?
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's made from goat milk.
Just like Mama used to make, right? Right? Right?
Hungry. Hungry. Give us some food and we will let you pass. They say.
What are your names? My name's Jiris. Hi, nice to meet you.
My name is Toag.
Billy.
We thought you were going to take our food. Be warned. We will headbutt you if you come near. If that is your intention.
If you'll let us pass, I'll give you this cheese chunk.
So it shall be. He climbs down and snatches the cheese hunk from you. And then kind of leaps around sideways.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask the party next time we're in town. I think we need to stock up on more meat. Apparently, it's a hot commodity.
You may go through our territory, strange two-legged goat people, and little furry goat with no horns person who walks on all fours.
Thank you, O wise and magnificent goats.
I'm magnificent. I'm more magnificent. Now I am. Look at me.
Hey, Jiris, you want to ask them if they've seen that what the hell was supposed to be up here? A polar bear that could turn into a human or something? I'm trying to find my note on that.
Yeah.
Have any other travelers come through here recently?
We don't go further up the mountain. Many have gone and never come back. We stay here. There were other goats that walked on two legs like you that came up a few days ago. They gave us meat hunks.
Maybe who we're looking for. Do you know a goat named Zangzor? Zangzor?
The mighty Zangzor. We have heard the rumors about him. A god among goats. Now go before we eat your socks.
Alright, they're gonna let us pass.
I feel like these goats came out of a Monty Python movie.
Alright, yeah, they are very territorial, but can be easily placated with food. So, you give them some food, and they're happy to let you guys walk on by. And you continue trekking up the mountain now. It's hard going. You've been traveling only for about another 20 minutes. But you know, in the 20 minutes, you don't get very far up the mountain. It is hard work. So you're up 100, couple of hundred more feet now, and you guys can move up here. There's a trail that I'll put on the map that you guys will be able to follow, and it basically, that's where Boy is going to lead you guys. I'll put on this dotted line so you guys can loosely follow. You'll see it now. Mountain goats have they have their own label as well. See. Okay, so hundreds of feet up the mountain now, and you come to this glistening white expanse of packed snow, and there's a little bit of moonlight trickling down, and it's so nice to be up here. You can vaguely see out like onto the tundra, and in the distance, maybe 10-20 miles away, here and there dotted around, you can see the glowers of the 10 towns, and also some reghead barbarian camps pulled along the tundra here and there. It's just a breathtaking view. Even though it's quite dark, it's still incredible. And then as you get halfway across this expanse, you hear a loud crack from higher up the mountain, followed by a rumbling as the ground starts to shake. It's an avalanche.
Oh no. That's not good.
This is where we die.
Oh boy. Okay.
Alright, so an avalanche. This is everyone's first avalanche? Yeah, the answer to that
That's
is
mine.
yes.
My first.
Yeah.
Alrighty, okay, so the avalanche. It's a massive snow and debris falling rapidly down a mountainside. When the avalanche occurs, all creatures must roll initiative. You guys can roll yourselves the old-fashioned way. Need me of disadvantage.
Oh, I didn't have my token selected. Sorry.
Oh, my token was. I thought my token wasn't done. Okay.
I'll add you guys.
Oh,
You can just change it yourself or whatever in the thing. You can edit it yourself. Who else is missing? Someone missing?
It looks like Winston.
Oh yes, Winston. Let me add him. 7. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I rolled it. I'm just lagging.
Okay, cool. Alright, so the avalanche is, a massive pile of snow just rolling down the hill towards you guys. And I just got to fix up something in the turn order as well. Okay, so this avalanche is you've got the good vision, Vera, so you can see the entirety of this thing. It's 200 feet wide, it's 100 feet long, and it's 30 feet deep. So you've got a 30-foot wall of snow, 200 feet wide, coming towards you, and it's 500 feet above you. What do you do?
I'll yell out, "It's a big fucker," and run whichever way I feel like is the most covered, left or right. Oh, it looks to me like I'm right in the middle.
Yes, you guys are pretty much smack bang in the middle of it. You're like directly below it. You'd have to go about 100 feet to get clear of it.
Yeah, so say this way and sprint to the west. How do I do the tracking thing again? Is it hold down Alt?
Grab your token and then move it, but before you let go, right click. Hit some right clicks.
That?
You trudge through the snow, leg over leg. It's thick snow. Yeah, 60 feet. Winston.
Winston's going to do the same thing, I think.
You start running, try to outrun the avalanche. Boy says, and Boy just starts sprinting. He overtakes you guys, barking for Jirus as well. He gets 80 feet. Ash.
Yep, let's try and dash out of the way.
Kelgrath.
Yep, same thing. 60 feet. Whee! Run. That's my turn.
Mimi.
Mimi's gonna run as fast as her little gnome legs will carry her, which is not as far as everybody else.
Alright, you guys see it rolling down the hill. Now it's the avalanche's turn.
That's a big turn marker.
It moves 300 feet. So it was 500 feet above you guys, and now it's 200 feet above you guys. Jirus. Running, and the avalanche goes again. And it moves another 300 feet, and there's no escaping it. It rolls straight over you guys. It's just so fierce, so tremendous, and so quick. Short of teleportation or some incredible burst of speed, there's no getting out of the way of this 200-foot wide wall of snow. As soon as it hits you guys, everyone has to make a strength saving throw.
Damn, Amy. You been lifting?
Apparently.
It's the pot on Mimi's head.
She's been sneaking some meat hunks when we weren't looking.
I'm gonna use my pot as a sled. It's not actually strength.
Alright, you guys are just covered with 30 feet of snow. And you guys move along with it. And fall prone. So you're in the avalanche now. You're all prone. Let me give you guys prone markers. And then there's the impact. And everyone's going to take some damage as well, depending on how well they did with the strength save and how lucky they were, what position they were. They take varying amounts of damage. First, prone markers. Okay, so let's deal out some avalanche damage. Jirus, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Varus, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Kelgrath, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Ash, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. Mimi, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. You just stand up and just hold your hands out towards the avalanche. It's like Dragon Ball Z where they intercept a Kamehameha or something. You just hold the snow back. But
Just fill up the pot with it.
but that's what's happening in your mind. But really, you're just getting swept down the mountainside in the avalanche. And Winston, you take 5 bludgeoning damage with a successful save. Alright, the avalanche is still traveling with you guys in it now.
Sorry. I took the 9, yeah?
Kelgrath.
I took the 9, you have 10.
Oh, I took 10. Of course I did.
Alright, so the avalanche has not stopped yet. Actually, let me see, does it stop now? Actually, no, sorry, it stopped. It stopped on you guys. You're no longer traveling with the snow. So, you've stopped here, and while you're in the avalanche, you are blinded and restrained. Have total cover, and you're freezing. You're 30 feet down in the snow. What do you do, Varys? Blinded and restrained, so you can't see anything. It's just dark and white, and then you're basically trapped. You can't really move your arms and legs properly.
Right. I mean, guess I'll start trying to dig out. Are we still moving?
No, it feels like you've come to a stop now. The avalanche has stopped. Alright, to try and dig your way out, it's an athletics check. You only get a certain amount of attempts, and that is your first fail.
Alright.
Winston.
I will also attempt to dig myself out.
That is a failure. You attempt to dig yourself out and it ain't working. Boy is stuck. Ash.
Yep, let's try and dig our way out.
You end the blinded and restrained condition on yourself, Ash. You're able to dig out. You're digging upwards, and it's 30 feet of snow. You have, what, 30 feet of movement?
Correct.
Digging is half movement, so you get 15 feet higher.
Okay.
Just like you're digging your own little tunnel upwards, basically. You manage to move your arms, get through the snow, and you start furiously digging and digging your way up.
Okay. That was both action to get out and then movement to go up, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you do need to stand up from prone as well, so 15 to stand up, so you get about, next round you should be able to get out either way. All right, Kelgrath.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to use DM's inspiration to give myself advantage on this, and then I'll try to dig myself out.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
With a burst of strength, you just start swiping at the snow. You kind of kick your leg, kick your elbow, and free yourself. You're no longer blinded. You're no longer restrained. You can get up kind of from being in this upside down prone position and sprawl yourself upwards, digging. You'll be out by next round.
And book.
Mimi.
So Mimi totally foresaw this avalanche, and that's why she did so well on her previous check. And I am going to use my portent die to give myself an 18 to try and dig myself out.
Okay, Mimi just flexes, and the snow around her breaks. You're no longer blinded. You're no longer restrained. And oh wait, what's your athletics? It's got to be at least.
It's a 0.
Well, that's all right. You get
That's
out.
18.
Yeah, that's enough. You can get out because you tend to get up from prone, and you can dig and you can move, and
Get like 5 feet.
Yeah. You can dig 15 feet out. It might take you an extra round to get out, Mimi. Or you could dash out next round, I guess. Anyway. Okay. You start digging upwards, trying to get to the top of the snow. Jairus.
I got a question. Bear with me here, because I've never used wild shape to turn into animals before. If I turn into something with a burrowing speed, would that make any difference?
Yes.
All right, I'd like to wild shape into a giant badger.
Okay. Alright, you wild shape into a giant badger. As you are changing configuration, you size of the giant badger, is it medium?
I think so.
Let me get the badger out. Time to pull out the badger. Alright, there's still such a tremendous amount of pressure from the snow. You still will be restrained. Wait, does badger have a... Oh yeah, it's got a burrow speed. However, you can... you can have advantage on the athletics check to free yourself, because you have a burrow speed. And you would use
roll out.
+1 for
Roll
the
out
badger.
with the badger, right?
Yeah, +1. I'll give you the badger sheet as well, just in case you want to be a badger again sometime. Yeah, the badger's still having trouble utilizing its claws, but it does have claws that can just kind of move and click, so you do have advantage. It's a +1. There's the sheet as well if you want to use the sheet.
Oh, my bad. I was with like... Gotcha.
I'll add you a folder for wild shapes as well. Next time, just drag it on.
I just roll strength on the sheet.
Yeah, strength. And the badger managed to dig itself free. Alright, when you're burrowing, it is a slow burrowing speed. It doesn't slow you down, but it's only 10 feet. But you could move 10 burrow and then 10 normal speed. You have to use half your movements, 15 to get up. So you can go about 15 feet up this round. You'll be out next round.
Alright, forget, was that normal wild shape a bonus action for druids or no?
It's an action.
Regular action, okay. Well, then I'll burrow up.
Oh yes, it's an action. You're supposed to use your action to dig. So you're gonna have to wait till next turn to actually have done it.
Alright, yeah, that's actually okay.
But we'll use that roll anyway because you've already done it. But next round you'll be free. Okay. Alright, Farrah's still trapped in the snow. It's cold. It's dense.
Yeah. I'm gonna I'll use my inspiration too.
Okay. You have advantage. You manage to free yourself with a burst of strength. The snow around you is pushed to the side. You begin digging, and 15 feet to get up, 20 feet digging upwards. You're about 12.5 feet from the surface. So digging up, trying to get free. Winston.
We're going to try to dig again, I guess.
Okay. You're trying to dig yourself free from the snow. It's an athletics check, and you just can't move. Your arms and legs are stuck underneath tons of snow.
Alright, save me, guys.
Boy.
We'll say a prayer for you.
Boy is going to stand up 20 feet and climb 20 feet. Boy bursts up onto the surface of the snow. Ash.
Okay, let's go ahead and climb up. If that's 15 feet this time, I'm assuming I have to dash to get out. So let's
Yeah.
go ahead and dash.
You can
and
get
then-
out, and you can move across the surface of this soft snow with like half movement speed. So, yeah, you were about 12.5 feet from the surface, so it costs you full movement to get out, and then you can dash if you want to go another 3 spaces.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and dash to get. I'm assuming I'm able to hear where Winston kind of is.
You can't tell. You'd have to use your action to search for him.
Okay,
or
could
try
I
and
do
see
that
where he
instead
would
of
be.
dashing?
Yes. You can make a perception check of your action. Take the search
All right.
action.
Yes.
Try and locate someone trapped under the snow. You are unsure exactly where.
Boy,
he
be
is.
quiet!
Kelgrath.
All right, burst out of the snow like a snow burster person, and then yeah,
With no shirt on.
yeah, with no shirt on. I had to leave the shirt behind. It was unfortunate. And then that requires like the full action.
Your
Action
movement is
movement.
enough to get you to the surface, where you kind
Okay.
of you're just out of the snow. There's like a little hole in the snow there.
Okay. Then I'll try to see if I can find where everybody else is buried to hopefully help them out.
Make a perception check using your action. Try to locate the others, and yeah, not only are you like looking to where they are now, like you do remember where they were when the avalanche hit, and you can pinpoint the location of Winston. He should be under there.
So yeah, I'll use my I'll let as soon as people start popping out, I'll let everybody know where Winston is. Okay.
Alright, Mimi, you're a little bit slower, so you actually do need to use your action to dash to actually break the surface now.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Alright, Mimi
Aha!
bursts out looking like Popeye with these big bulging muscles. And like you guys actually just see an upside down saucepan pop out of the snow first. And then and she climbs out.
We'll be good.
Alright, Giant Badger. You now would use your action to burrow. As you're burrowing, yeah, you're right next to Winston. You can smell him with your enhanced smell, with your passive perception, just innately, because you're so close to him.
If I can help him in any way, I'm not sure how this plays into the action economy, but if it's possible for me to help him, I'd like to.
You do have to use your action to break yourself free this turn, but you have a burrow speed. So using 10 feet of your burrow speed, you can just burrow towards him, and that's going to dig a hole in the snow where he is, and that's going to end the restrained condition on him. He's going to be able to move his arms around and see a little bit. And Winston, you're being attacked by a giant badger. By the looks of things, it's coming out of the snow. It's digging towards you. It must be hungry.
I guess
Those
Are
avalanche
my eyes glowing blue?
Winston has problems.
But you did hear Jirus say that badgers are his favorite thing, so you're pretty sure it's Jirus. His eyes are
Yeah.
going blue as well. He did mention before this trip that digging through the snow to find buried people as a badger is his favorite thing. So
After they got buried in an avalanche.
yeah.
Jirus also tries his hardest to grin stupidly as a badger.
all right, with everyone free now, we're going to break an issue. You guys are able to get out, and no one was in the avalanche for long enough to suffer any effects of the extreme cold.
And then once we're clear and I know that everyone's accounted for, I'll shift back to normal.
Okay.
My God, look at the talent of this boy! Truly an amazing wonder.
You guys survived the avalanche, albeit people are battered and cold.
How are the goats? I'm just looking at the goats. They seem fine.
They're a little ways away. This is a few hundred feet up where the avalanche hit.
Okay.
By the way, map not to scale. Kelvin's can is actually more than 100 feet tall.
That's fair.
Disclaimer. Alright, boy is more injured than that. Boy got hit kind of hard. Boy's limping a little bit.
Yeah, me too, boy.
Just think of your master.
Ruff, 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 ruff. And then boy starts limping further up the mountain. Ruff, 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 ruff.
Amy's gonna give a hard look around their surroundings, and then offer Kelgrath the pot off of her head.
Thank you. I'll start wearing the pot on my. Clearly, it's good protection against the snow. I mean, better than a shirt, right?
Yeah.
Boy is onto something. You guys recover from the avalanche a bit, get your breath back, and continue climbing up this ascent. Further up Kelvin's Cairn, well beyond the base camp into the foothills of the mountain. And you travel for another 600-700 feet. And you reach this steep, snow-covered incline dotted with jagged rocks. Lying face down in the snow, barely conscious, is a humanoid in blood-stained, cold-weather clothing. Boy runs over, and the figure, it takes its face out of the snow. He looks up at you all. He's got, these white furs on. He's bearded. He has a red beard. He looks like shit.
Oh god,
boy.
guys, he's a zombie.
Boy. Oh, you found me. Boy starts licking the man. How did you find me? You followed boy all the way up the mountain for me then, did you?
Indeed.
He grabs his side and he's just soaked with blood. Oh, fuck! Oh, something's not right down here. I've been torn into by a yeti.
I immediately look around for hidden yetis.
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna do the same.
Yep, same.
Keeping an eye out for where I may know they could potentially be lurking.
Okay.
Oh my god, we're totally going to be.
Pick a clump of snow. Any of them could be a yeti.
I'll guidance myself and look too.
Garrett notices that you guys are on the looks out, and he just kind of coughs a little bit and smiles. I got you paranoid, did I? Don't worry, I don't think it's here. Would have finished me off. Please. It hurts to talk. My stomach. Please, you got some healing. Oh, fucking hot here.
I'll cast healing word on him.
He has exhaustion, but he has actual physical injuries, and this healing wind washes out from you, wraps around him, and he takes his hand off this grievous injury, and you see a patch where his ribs are exposed from cold weather clothing. It's soaked with blood, but now there's just like a new patch of flesh there, where there was a deep claw mark a moment ago. Oh, I feel a lot better now. Oh, that did the trick. Oh, I think I can stand. My name's Garrett Volrin. How did you find me?
Oh boy.
Keegan and boy.
His eyes are wide. Keegan sent you. Oh, I knew he'd send someone to come looking for me. Bless ye. Oh, you found me. Listen, we should get out of here. No, wait. We cannot go. We cannot leave this mountain. What am I saying? I'm no coward.
I'm a little bit of a coward, and we already went through an avalanche. So how about we put a pin in this, and we come back for whatever it is you're not afraid of another day.
With all due respect, Mom, I owe it to them. I left them up there. We was making our way up the mountain. Higher up, a Yeti surprised me and me companions. Jumped down. I managed to lure it away from the others. Got it to chase me down the mountain. There was a tumble, some snow. It jumped. I jumped. It got me with its claw right across me ribs. And I landed in the snow here. I think it lost me. I was covered and it still got me good, that sucker. Fucking Yeti. And I think I lost it. In the snow. The ice, thank the gods, it's preserved me somewhat in me life. I would have thought. But if they're still up there, I'm not leaving until we've found them.
Did he say he lost something in the snow?
He's lost his companions.
Oh,
He
okay.
jumped off a cliff and some snow fell on him and it pinned him down, but at the same time it also concealed him from the Yeti. He seemed to have lost the Yeti, but anyway, as this is happening, 2 crag cats have snuck up on you guys and they're about to pounce, by the way.
Oh, hi. Hi, guys. Thanks for letting us finish with our exposition.
And once again, no one has noticed these crag cats.
We are bad at this game.
Well, they're just extraordinarily good at camouflage. So, the crag cats, they are known as Eater of Man. They are big cats. They are the hunter of men. They're a very sure-footed predator, can be found pretty much anywhere where it's cold. They like to patrol ledges and cliffs in mountains. Their cry resembles a human scream of terror. And sometimes it can kind of elect the same sound from victims, surprisingly enough. They're called the Hunter of Men because they are known to prefer human flesh to all other fare. And we have a few humans in the group. They blend in with their surroundings. Their fur is bleached white, blending in with the snow. And they're up on this ledge 20 feet high, and they've crept up on you guys, and now they spring down onto you guys. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Okay.
All right, good session. Thanks, Subs.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
I'm glad
Alrighty,
we didn't
guys.
die in an avalanche.
We'll continue this next week with these crag cats pouncing upon you guys, and perhaps there'll be a mysterious stranger that comes out of nowhere to assist you all. Trash.
All right.
Oh,
Name is
Hopefully they have meat chunks.
I take it we didn't level.
No.
No.
I don't think
no.
it would have meat chunks.
She's secretly been there all along. It's just she's had a ring of invisibility
Ah.
and really high stealth.
Yeah. She is one of the many things we have failed to perceive.
She's one of the
Yes.
cats.
I am one of the cat.
Yeah, you guys will
I've
need
learned that well.
to complete a couple more quests to gain a level. So getting there. Anyway, guys, thank you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Good night, all.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks,
Good night.